one fall 30-minute time limit bout. The Bombers exchanging at the 9-minute mark, and Larry Latham takes over. Championship Wrestling. Lance Russell at ringside. Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee. Robert. Big backdrop from Larry Latham. Count of one. Whoop. Robert stretches out those long legs and kicks himself right out of it. Another whip. Wayne Ferris meets him with a fist or forearm. I couldn't really see. Reverse face lock from Ferris on Robert Gibson. As the 10-minute call, Robert Gibson being held by Wayne Ferris on the mat. Rick a long way away from Brother Robert. Ferris a lot closer to his partner, Larry Latham. Robert! And there's the tag. Latham comes in, catches Robert from behind. And Latham powerhousing with that right hand. And Robert fires a right back. Ooh. Rick Gibson, after Ferris double-handed Robert, Rick came across the ring and knocked Ferris down. Double. Rick Gibson on the ropes. He's going to come off, I believe. Yeah, he did. Out of the ring. Well, Larry Latham over Robert Gibson. Whammo! Gibson's head right into Ferris's foot. The referee trying to count Latham out of there. He leaves and Ferris takes over. Ferris looking heavier than the last time we saw him. Backdrop, and Robert down hard. 12 minutes passed as Robert Gibson kicks his way out, but Rick made Wayne Ferris pay for it and then quickly jumped back out of the ring. Robert slammed into the knee of Larry Latham. Woo! Latham with a right hand. Yeah, what about the fist, Danny? Count of one. Robert right in between the two, and here comes Rick. Ferris nailed him, beat him to the punch. Danny Davis up on the ropes with that helmet off. Robert jumps out of the way while the referee is over in between Rick and Wayne Ferris. A drop kick by Rick Gibson. Davis right out on the floor. And the winners in 13 minutes, 2 seconds will be the Gibsons, says Robert. We were watching the action over here, and Robert got a pin.
We're going to be back to Wave Country's Championship Wrestling coming up in just a moment. We're standing right here with a team that will be appearing in the Louisville Gardens on Tuesday right there. The Blonde Bombers and Danny Davis. And before the folks get through looking at the tape that they're watching right now, they're going to understand.
You're right, Lance Russell. I want to show all you rednecks up there something. You see this right here? This right here is almost a hole in this steel helmet because of that crazy Gibson. If I hadn't had this helmet on, my skull would have been crushed. Gibson, beware, because my Bombers are not going to let you forget it.
Yeah, don't worry. He's not going to forget it either, and he'll be there Tuesday.
He is a wild, crazy man, Lance Russell. He needs to be locked up. Him and his brother both. They need to be put in a mental institution, because when they do something like that to Danny Davis, the sergeant, they're messing with the wrong man. They ain't got any reason at all to come in the ring and do something like that with a tire iron. Now, that Ricky Gibson is nuts. He's a complete idiot. He don't need to be wrestling, and when he gets in Louisville, if he's got the guts to get in the ring, we're going to show him what's going to happen to him.
Oh, don't worry. He'll be
We're going to show you what we're going to do to a crazy man. We're going to put him in a French dinner jacket. You know what that is, Lance Russell? We're going to tie his arms up, and we're going to do a tap dance on his head and make him like it.
Well, I have a feeling that Tuesday night right there in Louisville Gardens, if you guys feel that way, that it's going to be a mutual feeling, because the Gibsons have got a little doing to settle up with.
We got one more of the little Gibsons to get, the little pretty one. We hadn't got him yet, but time's coming for him. It could happen Tuesday night, Lance Russell. You ought to be there to see that one yourself. You seem to always be around when action happens.
Okay, the Blonde Bombers and Danny Davis going to be right there in Louisville on Tuesday, and their chore is going to be to stay alive after Rick and Robert Gibson get in that ring with them. And, of course, I think you will understand a whole lot better. Don't go away. Stay right where you are. The action is just beginning. Now, there we go. Okay. Dave and I was just telling Dave about the videotape that we're about to take a look at. It took place in Tupelo, Mississippi, in the sports arena, and we have seen innumerable rugged action brawls down there in the sports arena. This particular one involved the Blonde Bombers, Wayne Ferris and Larry Latham, going against the Gibsons, Rick and Robert. And it is not one that I am proud of in terms of professional wrestling. Well, the action speaks for itself. We'll let you take a look at it right now.
Rick taking a terrific beating. Ferris, Latham have already lost the bout in 14:33 on a disqualification. Robert Gibson is handcuffed, courtesy of Danny Davis, to that rope. And they are just beating the fire out of Rick. Robert can't do a thing about it. Can hardly defend himself as Latham beats him. Boy, Rick covered with blood as his face has been punched around by these Bombers. Referee trying to get them separated. He'll get one out of there, but there's three of them. And Rick Gibson doesn't have a chance against these guys. The referee over now, while Latham drops down and nails Rick. They're hollering for some help. Davis, thrilled. Look at Robert swinging the cuffs up and down the ropes. Davis kicks him from behind, and Robert cannot get loose. Trying to get out there to help his brother. Rick firing. Davis comes back at him, and Rick puts him down. But look at Gibson. Boy, he's in trouble. Rick Gibson going after the Bombers. Behind a concession stand at the Tupelo Sports Arena, Larry Latham, Wayne Ferris, Danny Davis pounding on Rick Gibson. Robert still handcuffed to the ring rope, and Gibson being slammed around. Referee Paul Morton trying to break it up, but the Bombers see a chance to 3-on-1 Rick Gibson. Latham breaks the broom over the back of Gibson. While Ferris holds him, Latham again with that broom. He whacks it. And Rick Gibson taking a tremendous amount of punishment from the Blonde Bombers. Yeah, can't they get somebody out here? Yeah, Herman, see if... They had busted Rick open in the ring. Danny Davis, the Bombers, just pounding on it. And they got, did somebody get him loose? Yeah, here comes Robert. He still has, they broke off one of the handcuffs, but Davis, here comes Rick Morton. And Davis slams him in the face and cracks his head down on the counter. Robert once again battling back over the counter. And Danny trying to keep everybody away while the Bombers, here comes Eddie Marlin, Ken Lucas. Handsome Jimmy coming out and over the counter. And it's turned into a brawl as the Bombers are now outnumbered. They start to take off, but they're firing things, nailing away. Davis, Latham, and Ferris going, and Robert Gibson's going after him. And Rick Gibson left bleeding and prostrate on the floor. Here comes Robert back to help his brother. Everybody around to try to help Rick Gibson. Okay, officially, and I guess that really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Officially, the 14:33 is the time on it. By disqualification, the Gibsons will win. But that's of little consequence with a dastardly thing that they did it. All right, let's take time out now, and we're going to be back. Well, as we said, I guess it was, you know, it was a brawl, totally unnecessary. The Bombers taking advantage of a situation which they created. Robert, good to have you here today, man. I know it's a difficult situation and time for you. I saw Rick last night after the bout, and it was bad. I want to know how is he today? How's his face, and how's Rick doing?
Well, Lance, you know, right now it's really hard for me to talk. I'm upset. I'm nervous, and just really upset.
Take it easy, partner. And how's Rick getting along today?
Well, Lance, I left him this morning at the motel, and I looked over at him. He don't look no better than he did last night. One eye is almost closed, and he's, over here it's sliced open. It really looks bad, Lance.
Yeah. I saw they busted that side of the eye right over there, and your wrist where the handcuffs were on you, it tore your wrist up real bad, and I hope that is going to be a situation that will correct. I know you've got a match coming up, and I just wonder, is Rick going to be in any kind of a condition to wrestle?
Yeah, Lance, he is. He's definitely going to be ready to wrestle. You know, we always go out there and we try to win our matches. You know, we try to go out there and not try to hurt anybody, just try to win our matches. But it's gone past that, and we're definitely, Ferris and Latham, we're definitely going to try to cripple him.
Well, I can understand your feeling about that, Robert. It was one of those things that was totally unnecessary. And we have admired the combination. All right, come on now. Don't come in here. Just get out of here. You guys are coming up.
Yours, you
get out of here, Wayne.
You got something to say to me, you say it to my face. You ain't got the guts to say it. You don't talk through that idiot box. You don't tell me stuff through that. You tell me something to my face, boy. If you're so big and bad, you're going to do something. You do it right now. Come on, do it, boy.
Forget it, Wayne.
Don't do nothing. Don't tell me nothing. You show me, son. Show me.
Yeah, you're bad when you got 3 against 1. Yeah, you're really bad out here, man.
Yeah, I'm bad, but you ain't nothing, son. You're a gutless, spineless wonder's what you are.
Right.
You're just
Take
like that brother of yours. You're nothing, son. And you're not going to do anything to me because you ain't got the guts. You know that? You're a coward, Gibson. A coward.
Hey. Now, don't wait. Get somebody in here. Let's get these guys. Come on, Danny. Get somebody in here, please. Dundee and Morton, Regal. Okay. Let's just take a break, and we'll be back to championship wrestling in just a moment. Danny Davis's Blonde Bombers going against Bill Dundee. Rick Morton, listen to the crowd.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match at a total of 471 pounds with their manager, Sergeant Davis. From Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris, and from Louisiana, Larry Latham. Going against him at a total of 407 pounds. From Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton. And from Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. This match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Your referee, Paul Morton.
Paul is, Dundee is stepping outside. Rick Morton is starting, and here they go, Latham and Morton.
Larry Latham came in there with his arms flying. Calmed down just for a moment there as the bell rang. Rick Morton with a headlock. Latham picking him up in the air, but Rick stays with him and maintains the hold. Danny Davis, the Blonde Bombers manager, on his feet. Referee told him to sit down in the chair and stay there. Morton maintains the headlock on Larry Latham. To the rope, shoulder butt coming off. Latham hits the mat. Morton goes by, reversal. Latham going to try the rolling arm lock. Rick Morton reversed it on him. Bill Dundee, Rick Morton's partner, up and down the apron. Keeping an eye on Wayne Ferris, who's over in the Bombers' corner. There's Rick Morton. He's got the headlock on Larry Latham. Morton fired into the ropes. Shoulder butt coming off. He stepped over. Latham sets. And Morton hits the mat hard. Latham going to follow up with the elbow. Morton out of the way. Over to the corner. The tag, and here is the superstar, Bill Dundee. Latham goes to his corner, gets the tag on Wayne Ferris. The Bombers make a tag. Danny Davis, the manager, stood up in his chair briefly. Bill Dundee started for him, so he sat down again. Dundee into the ropes. He steps over Ferris. Oh, Ferris going to let it go by and bust it. Dundee grabs Ferris in a headlock. Dundee, oh. Dundee just looked at him as if to say, oh, hi there. And then pow. Dundee caught himself in the rope. Oh, Dundee missed the dive. And Wayne Ferris seizes the opportunity. Pulls Dundee over to the corner, makes the tag on Latham. Now both of them in there. Dundee back to the corner. He tagged Rick Morton, but both the Bombers are working on Rick. Referee finally gets Ferris back outside. It's Latham, Rick Morton. Rick flipped over the shoulder. Rick tried to get to the corner and the tag on the superstar.
Hey,
Rick Gibson in here.
come on.
Rick in with a, tire wrench. Oh, he smacked Davis on the helmet. That's going to be it. This match is over, but Rick Gibson, smacking Davis on top of the head again. Bill Dundee jumping out, tried to stop him. Rick Morton. Look out. Got him calmed down. He needs to get that tool out of his hand. It's a lug wrench, looks like. All right, lug wrench. Safely in tow. Rick upset. Oh. All right.
Tell you what, last Russell game, bro. We ain't standing for this. He assaulted us with a deadly weapon. We're going to sue Lance Russell. You're a witness to it. We're going to sue him. Get out of here. We're going to sue him, Lance Russell.
Ferris and Latham get the win officially. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute, yeah. And an expiration of time match, it may be 1 fall, maybe 4 or 5. As long as there is time remaining, we're going to have wrestling action for you. The Bombers, Sergeant Danny Davis, in the area right now. Their opponents climbing up into the ring. Again, an expiration of time match at a total weight of 417 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton. His partner from Indianapolis, Indiana, Steve Regal. Going against him at a total weight of 471 pounds with their manager, Sergeant Davis. From Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris. And from Louisiana, Larry Latham. Expiration of time match. The referee, Jerry Calhoun, I think. I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's behind the Bombers there. Ferris flashing his jacket out there with Ferris and the Bombers on it. Danny Davis up with his headgear on and his riding crop in hand. I'm just noticing the 4 stars across the knuckles of his gloves in there.
Yeah.
And a 5th one, too, one on the thumb. All right, bell time. Here we go. We're ready for action. Let me tell you, the Bombers, they got their work staring at them right now. Steve Regal, Rick Morton, really an excellent wrestling team. These 2 young guys can really go. Regal in with Larry Latham, and Latham chooses to go back into hibernation over there. Back to the ropes. Steve covers up, knowing full well that Latham is capable of slashing him on the ropes in there, but Latham backed up as he saw Regal's fist doubled up, and now Latham back to the ropes, and Steve, nice clean break. Referee Jerry Calhoun, I think, is so surprised he's got to take time to have a lecture and say, hey, you guys keep it that way. I love it. Ooh, top wrist lock. Regal. Latham goes to the rope, steps over it, and that breaks it up again. Standing side headlock goes to Latham. Oh, but not for long as Regal really took him back over on top with that wrist lock. Danny Davis hollering, he used hair, he used hair. No way, he just had an excellent wrist lock on him that took him straight down. Regal and Martin against Ferris and Latham. And don't forget Danny Davis. He's at ringside.
Latham felt the referee didn't call for the break quite quick enough when he got that foot outside the rope.
That he didn't. That time it was Latham from this angle. We could see it. The referee couldn't. I hadn't even said it. He knew what happened. Wayne Ferris saying, no, he did not. He did reach up there and grab hair. We could both see it sitting over here. The referee was on the wrong side of him, as per usual, when the Bombers get in action. Latham trying to hold a bar on Steve Regal, but he's back to his feet and in the corner, and now a whip and a reversal. Hip toss, beauty. Steve winds that arm up. Dropping in on that shoulder joint, tags Rick Morton. Rick hanging with the bar right at the shoulder. Boy, he's up tight. He has his own hand hooked well over the arm. He has a beauty. Only problem with it is that Latham is, in fact, in the position to face him. And we'll see how Latham handles it and how Rick Morton handles this particular one. Referee Jerry Calhoun asking, that's how he handled it. He tagged Wayne Ferris. Rick Morton lets go to be prepared for the taller Wayne Ferris, who comes in to represent the Bombers. First fall expiration of time match. We've got a pretty good amount of time left.
We're only 3:45 in here, and plenty of time remaining on the clock, looks like.
Yes, sir. Morton fired over by Wayne Ferris. Yes, Wayne, we all saw. Laid a hip toss on him, put Morton down, but Rick, you see how quick he was right back up. Ready for it, tangles up. Another one, and once again, Ferris moving to the side, hooks him and takes him over and down. Yeah. Rick Morton dead ahead, ties it up, and how do you like that, Larry Latham? Wayne Ferris starting the old he pulled my trunk. Wayne. And once again, Steve Regal applauding the move of Rick Morton. He faked to the left on him like he was going around the side, turned back to the right, planted the hip, and took him right over and down. Ferris completely faked out by the move by Morton.
5 minutes gone in the first ball.
5 minutes down in this first ball of action, and Rick Morton cranks it up into a hammer and tags Steve Regal. Steve comes off the ropes and drops down on the arm. Winding that arm of Wayne Ferris is up. Bend it at the wrist now. Yeah, you can't. Now you can see a little better. He hooked him with that wrist up. Ferris, tall, rangy, able to reach him, but he can't take the pressure off of it. Ferris now reverses it. Grabs the hair of Regal, drops down with the elbow, misses, and Regal right back up. Look at here. Steve Regal into an arm bar. That's moving, and that's what you'll see in Morton and Regal. They are a very fast, exciting team. Ferris and Latham, their opposition today. Tough. They win a lot. Don't forget the third man who has been relatively quiet, Danny Davis, sitting down at ringside. He's been subdued up to this moment. Steve still hanging on to that arm bar, exchanges forearms, and there's a tag from Ferris over to Latham. Referee saying, "No, sir. It was a broad forearm, nothing illegal. Let's keep it that way. No fist, use it."
6.5 minutes now gone.
6.5 in. Steve Regal underneath, winds the arm on Latham up. Rick Morton dropping down, going really tight with that bar. He's whipped, though. And Latham goes with a knee to the midsection. Morton down. Again, there's that move by Latham. You can't tell whether he's firing a fist or a forearm. He does it so quick. Referee signified forearm. We'll take that as the official decision again. And another forearm from Rick Morton, but Latham holds him while Ferris comes in. Right there, Dave, from this angle, there's no way to tell whether it was legal or illegal.
That's right. Well, referee's right there. He's saying forearm. Now, that was a forearm.
Yeah, you could see it. That one was legal. There's a tag as Rick Morton, trying to get away, is held by Wayne Ferris. The match is under the rules of the AWA, standardized. The fist usage is not an automatic disqualification. It's a discretionary thing, and the referee will allow some latitude. Tag from Latham. Once again, he's holding Morton, and there's a drop with a big upper arm. Nothing illegal about that. Cover by Ferris, too. And look at Morton kick out of it. Rick over on the rope, stumbled in. There's a tag to Latham. Tango. Broad arm down across the back of Rick Morton. Whip. And cover, 1, 2.
8 minutes, 45 seconds gone. A long first ball.
Long first ball with Rick Morton trying to get to the corner and tag Steve Regal. He's battling in between the two bombers. As Latham steps out, Ferris takes over. Front face lock on the mat on Rick Morton. Rick looks like he's about 8 feet away from Regal. He needs to get closer than that. Ferris hanging with him. Ferris with a weight advantage. Ferris goes around 230, doesn't he, Dave?
I think he's already a little more than that, I think. I think it's about 236.
Ooh, boy, he dumped Morton hard. May have banged his head on the mat, but that didn't keep him from kicking out. There's a tag on Latham. Solid first ball of action. Regal and Morton against the Bombers. The Bombers have had Rick in there. Rick with great durability and aggressiveness, but boy, I'll tell you, even the bell. Look at this reversal. Going after him. Nope. That may have been a mistake by the young fella. Latham dropping down with the lower part of the leg covers, but Rick's leg is over the rope, and the referee now sees it.
Easy to second guess from sitting over here, but
Yeah.
you got to think maybe Rick should have gone for the tag on
That's
Steve
right.
at that point.
He thought he might be able to finish him, but he didn't. Count of 1, 2. Nope. Didn't even get the 2 count. That was premature. Rick now going to the corner a little late as Ferris grabs him and stops him. Morton moving with that forearm. There's a tag on Steve Regal. Regal, a big drag right after Latham with a hip toss. Drop kick. There's that standing drop in Steve's forearm. Again a forearm. Ferris to the rope. Goes for the abdominal stretch. Maybe. Davis on the ring apron and down while the referee gets Morton out of the ring. Regal turns around and he is hammered by the Bombers. 2, 3. Difficult position pointed out right there by the referee. First ball is history, and the action of Ferris is history. Regal turned around. He was going to have him some of the white helmeted Danny Davis in there. But as he turned back around to face the action, Ferris got him with that one drum, boy. And I'm not sure, looking at Ferris's action, he may have had something in his hand. The referee was just returning from trying to get Morton outside of the ring to even it down to 1-on-1. And he got there in time for the cover. 1, 2, 3, Dave.
11:03 the time on it.
11 minutes and 3 seconds, and a disappointing first ball loss for Regal and Morton. But the Bombers, they've got it one up. They still have to face this aggressive team, and we'll be back to that action right after we take time out for this.
Away with a second fall. First fall went to the Bombers. Wayne Ferris got the pin in 11:03 under dubious circumstances. Bell sounds, and it's Steve Regal against Wayne Ferris. Ferris forces Regal back into the corner. Regal with a reversal, a whip into the turnbuckles, and a flip as Ferris comes out of here. Larry Latham jumps in. Regal with the drop kicks. Regal's got them both out of the ring. Sergeant Davis calls him over for a conference and then heads for the referee, complains about all the illegal things that Steve Regal allegedly did. All he did was some good moves and drop kicks. Run them both out of there. Ferris back in now. Ferris grabs a headlock, pulls Regal over to the corner, makes a tag on Larry Latham. Regal gets one of Latham's feet off the mat, trying to throw him off balance. Ooh. That couldn't have felt too good. Broke the hole. That's all Regal was concerned about. Grabs Latham's leg, heads for the corner, tags Rick Morton. Rick sits down on that left leg. Minute and a half into the action. Second fall. First fall went 11:03. Rick Morton with Larry Latham on the mat.
Time running down on our expiration of time as Latham kicks out, but Morton's right back on him, Davey.
Morton makes the tag on Steve Regal, his partner. Latham. Dick Regal away from it.
Steve Regal hanging in there with Larry Latham. Morton cutting Ferris off. High
Latham.
time running down now on our expiration of time.
Latham shoulders briefly on the mat. Referee Jerry Calhoun had started a count. There again he starts a count, but you can see Latham able to raise that right shoulder rather easily.
We're down to 30 seconds or so on our expiration of time, and
the Bombers one fall up. Great advantage to
I was going to say,
next
Morton and Regal got to do something very quick. Tag on Rick.
Rick Morton. Oh, Latham reverses it on him. Morton goes into the rope. Rick gets the shoulders, one. He has to break it. Davis throwing the riding crop into the ring. Latham's got it. Here's Jerry Calhoun, gets it away from him. Calls for the bell. Disqualification on the Bombers.
You see what the referee's got in his hand.
Yes, sir. Disqualification for Davis and the Bombers.
Riding crop from Danny Davis. Big argument. Referee Jerry Calhoun, the Bombers and all, they may be through for the day. Disqualification as it should have been. That'll be one fall apiece. We got to take time out and check our time. Back in a moment.
This is a one-fall, 15-minute time limit tag team match. Introducing at a total weight of 471 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, on the left of your screen, Wayne Ferris. From Louisiana, Larry Latham. Their manager, Sergeant Danny Davis, going against him. Total weight, 405 pounds. From Arkansas, Tony Boyles. From Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. This match will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Woogie! Davey, we're about ready to go with our first tag match of the day. The Bombers going against Bill Dundee, Tony Boyles. Tony, a youngster. We saw his first match on Championship Wrestling. It couldn't have been more than, what, 4 or 5 weeks ago at the outside. Yeah. And so he is in some tall cotton today. Tony Boyles and Bill Dundee, but he's got a super partner to be going with it. I'll tell you that for a fact. Dundee and Larry Latham starting off. One fall, 15-minute time limit bout. The Bombers, Larry Latham inside, Wayne Ferris on the outside. Nice opening move by Dundee. Danny Davis, the five-star sergeant, popping up and down out of his chair out here. Complete with helmet, riding crop, boots. Latham, hip toss from Dundee, beauty. Billy taking Latham over for a second time, giving it a little hot dog in there. He likes to irritate guys like the Bombers, and he'll do it, too. Here's the bigger of the two, Wayne Ferris. He muscles Dundee back in the corner, shot to the midsection. Bill was going for a reversal, but he couldn't grab that arm quick enough, and Latham fired him into the turnbuckle. Oh, and Ferris, Latham, make it fair. Ferris misses with a fist. Right back. Again a whip. Monkey flip. Over. Wayne Ferris heads to the corner. Getting a little consoling from partner Larry Latham and Danny Davis. Referee Jerry Calhoun finally getting Ferris out of there and Latham in. He did make, obviously, a legitimate tag. Dundee across the rope. Ah! I would say the Bombers timing was just a hair off right there. Wade Ferris, Larry Latham, a little upset. The best laid plans, as they say, often go awry. Whoa! Over the top. Beautiful. Dundee, cover one. What a move by the superstar.
Yep.
He leaped.
Thought he had made a mistake there for a minute and missed, but he had it timed just right. He caught Latham coming back at him out of the corner.
Hang on Tony. And here he is. Newcomer Tony Boyles caught in the head scissors by Larry Latham.
3 minutes into the action.
At the 3-minute mark, Tony Boyles, his first entry into the ring officially. Very cautious. Don't blame him. Latham and Boyles tie it up. Rolling arm lock. He dragged him over and down. The Bombers start the hair stuff. Davis getting up, going through his histrionics in the chair about pulling hair. There's a tag on Wayne Ferris. And now Boyles, who fine-looking athlete. I think I mentioned this one other time, Dave. Boyles has large thighs along the scale of Paul Ellering. He's nowhere near as big as Paul, but he is a well-developed athlete. Ferris into the rope, backdrop from Dundee. Whoa, Dundee. Looked like he's going into second base trying to kick the ball out of somebody's glove. He nailed Ferris right in the chop. Standing side headlock. This is not an effort to put Tony down, but it's really easy to see the difference in somebody who is a veteran like Dundee with that confidence and assurance, and Tony, who has learned a great deal, improved on his amateur background and all, but he's a little hesitant and tentative about his wrestling. Big body slam from Larry Latham. Oh. Dundee was long gone. Pretty hard to change your mind in midair like Latham when he saw Dundee had gone. Look at Billy. Up off that rope. Ferris again.
This has not been Wayne Ferris's day as far as timing goes. He just clobbered his partner 3 times.
When you got a friend like Wayne Ferris, Larry Latham don't need any enemies, as they say. Bill Dundee with Larry Latham. Dundee going for the sleeper. Here comes Latham. Get it.
We're nearing the 6-minute mark.
6 minutes in, a tag coming from Latham. Ferris's head. And Danny Davis upset, exasperated, and Dundee just keeps pouring it on. Billy tags out to Tony Boyles. Bill has been in there nonstop for a few. Double backdrop. Nice. You see Bill motioning to him. Go for the cover. Go for the cover. He had already made the tag on Tony Boyles. Boyles with a headlock on Ferris. He does not have good leverage position on Ferris. He's intense and really holding on to that head. But Ferris comes up, top wrist lock, jerks him back down. The referee's breaking it up. Dundee grabbed Ferris's hair the way Ferris grabbed Boyles. Here comes Latham. Getting a little wild and woolly.
7 minutes gone.
It's a one-fall 15-minute match. We're 7 minutes into it. Dundee sweeps Ferris off of Tony Boyle. Dundee out, Latham out. Now it's Ferris and Boyles, and there's a tag going to Latham. We're halfway through it. We're coming up on the 8-minute mark. 8 minutes very soon. This has been a stem winder of a tag match, Dave. Great action going in it. Love it. Tony Boyles caught by the Bomber. Danny Davis out of the chair. Dundee started around the ring. Now the referee intercepts Dundee. And while the referee's getting Billy back and Danny back, Ferris and Latham are beating the stew out of Tony Boyle. Down goes the youngster from a big right hand. Latham took one from Dundee. Dundee pulls him over to the corner, but he was inside when by the time he got outside, Latham, using his head, jerked Boyles away from the corner, and now he body slams him middle of the ring.
Yeah. Well, he hooked that leg and took him right down.
He sure did. Got him in that crab position going for the small package, but too much Wayne Ferris to do it. And both are down as Tony came off the ropes. There's a tag on Dundee. Billy with a short rest period back in there with Ferris. And he whipped Ferris into Larry Latham. Latham was coming through the ropes.
9 minutes gone.
Dundee and Ferris slammed heads. Dundee is down, so is Ferris. Oh, that'll make you sick at your stomach. He really knocked the noggin. Ferris is up. Goes for the big splash, and Dundee enough composure to move out of the way. Billy's staying in there with Wayne Ferris. He goes for a slam, but he's overbalanced. Two! Awfully close. Bill whips that leg up there. He saw he couldn't get the 235-pound Wayne Ferris off of him. Tag Tony Boyles. Tony takes over. We're coming down to the shorter end of this match. We're right at the 10-minute mark. Man, did you see Ferris nail him? Larry Latham takes over. Boyle. Oh. Big high leg. Dundee sweeping at Latham. The referee getting Billy back. Latham drops twice, 3 times, and yet a 4th with that knee. Ferris, a vicious right hand. Yeah, they're trying to put Boyles away right now, Davey. We're 2/3 of the way in, past the 10-minute mark. And Ferris just pounding on the youngster. Dundee comes through the rope. And he nails Ferris, and the referee says, "Get out of here, Billy, get out of here." Latham takes over. Referee getting on Latham. He couldn't see it, but all the evidence was he nailed him in the throat, and he did it again.
11 minutes gone.
We've only got 4 minutes to go, 4 minutes to wrestle. Dundee trying to help his partner out, causing nothing but troubles as the referee runs them back, and they double-team Boyles, and now Ferris taking over. Here comes Dundee after Danny Davis. He gets Danny back in the chair. Uh-oh, Danny's down on the floor. The referee trying to get Dundee and Davis separated. Latham holding Boyles. Ferris drops on the back. He's going for a pile driver while Dundee's trying to stop it. The referee gets in. Oh, man. Unnecessary, totally illegal, and vicious move. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Well, I'm glad for Boyle. Oh, Dundee picked the stars right in the eyes of Larry Latham. Now he jumps on Wayne Ferris. Here comes Davis up there. Ferris and Latham will be the official winners. They messed up Tony Boyle. The Bombers picking on the newcomer, and not even legally at that, with Davis's helmet again, after already crippling him up with that pile driver. Latham dropped with Davis's helmet right on his head. Dundee and Ferris banging around. Billy slammed into the turnbuckle. Davis pounding on. Hey, come on.
Dundee's head cut open, too.
Let's get it out. Okay, it's over with. The match is officially done. Hey, come on, Jerry. Get him out of here. They're banging away on Dundee. Billy's head, I think, is busted open, Dave.
He's gotten a cut. I think it happened when he slammed him into that turnbuckle over here.
Yeah. He's bleeding profuse. Hey, will you get him out of here?
Davis.
Come on, break it up. Get him out. They continue to pound. Tony Boyle. Tony really hurt down there. Now Dundee just being hammered around. Let's get this thing. Can we get Eddie Marlin out here? Get somebody to get this thing stopped. They continue to pound. Hey, Eddie, can we get these guys out of here? Come on. Get them out. Can we get them out? Come on, Calhoun. Get them out of the ring. Well, that's enough. That's ridiculous. Well, you guys just get on out.
There it is, Lynch. Billy Boy Dundee.
There's no excuse.
He's so tough. Look at the tough boy now, why don't you?
Quit all
He's the man that gets all the title shots, not us.
Yeah.
Look at him now. We're the champions, Lance Russell. We deserve a shot.
We don't have.
Look at Dundee.
We're going to take a break right now. We're going to have to just... Yeah, let's take a break and get it on out of here. Dundee and Boyle. We'll be back in just a minute. Please get it on back in there.
They're awful tough when there's 3-on-1, Daddy. You just get them back out here because I can beat Ferris, and I can beat Latham, and I can beat Danny Davis 1-on-1, and they know it, and I'm not leaving.
Look, Bill,
I'm
you're
staying
cut.
right here. No, sir. You stay right there, Billy.
Get him out of here.
Come on, Billy. Dundee wanting a match with individually Ferris Latham. He is cut and bleeding so bad. There's no... his nose is... Hey, Bill. Come on, man. We have had more of these guys in a cotton picking ring. Bill, you get it later. Come on, Billy. Bill. Come on, will you? Hey, come on, Eddie. Can we get him out of there and get something going in? Oh. Hey. Hey, come on, Eddie. Let's get
One of
this
them had
thing.
to come out here and wrestle. I tried to do a straight back too,
Well, we got an unscheduled fight is what we've got. Come on, Dundee. Bill Dundee just beating the stew out of Danny Davis in there. Referee Jerry Calhoun coming out. Ah, no. Now, we don't need that. Come on, Eddie. Get them together. Ferris and Latham out here pounding on Dundee. Come on, Eddie, let's get this thing straightened up. Eddie Marlin jumps in. Remember, Eddie, former wrestler himself, grabs, and Danny Davis threw powder right into Eddie Marlin's eyes as Ferris and Latham, and Davis attacking him. Davey, can you help Eddie? See if he's going to get hurt in there. He can't see. See if you can get him out. Ooh. In the ring. Davis, will you get these guys out of here? You're going to end up not wrestling in this area anymore.
Look,
Yeah,
Eddie Marlin wanted a match. Look, he's going to get it. He's going to get a match.
Yeah,
They wanted
great
one-on-one. Look,
Danny,
baby,
just get those guys out
we're
of
giving
here.
them this match today. 2-on-1, baby. 1 free of charge.
Get them out of there.
They asked for it. Now they got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd expect out of you. 2-on-1, there's no way in the world. Jerry Jarrett comes roaring in. Jerry, I think most of you wrestling fans know, is Eddie Marlin's son-in-law. Jerry, for the last 3 years, has been involved in the office, and he's not involved now. Danny Davis nails him with that canteen. Dundee tied up in a rope. Jerry Callen. Okay, Danny. That's enough of it. Now just get it out. Jerry got his belt off. He's flailing away. At the Bombers, Jarrett pounding as he goes after Wayne Ferris. Latham and Davis leave. Jarrett's got him down. Okay, Jerry, that's enough. That's good. Hey. Bill Dundee, I tell you what, we'll try to get the Sonny King match with David McGee in just a moment. Let's take another break at this point, and then we'll be back. We'll be back into action in just a moment. Let's take a break.
Just what does it take, Lance Russell? What's it gonna take, huh?
I'll tell you what it's gonna take.
You tell me.
You're
First,
gonna
there's
end up
Buddy
just about
Fuller.
full
Fuller
of
stuck
string
his
as
nose in. I beat his brains out. Now fast Eddie Marlin come out here. That toothless wonder, he stuck his nose in. And now it's Jerry Jarrett. What more is it going to take? How much of this can we stand, Lance Russell?
I tell you what, I just...
You don't tell us anything, Lance Russell, because we don't listen to you. We don't like you. You stick your nose in our business, and we don't like it.
For a long time, Lance Russell, for over 3 years now, I've been wanting to get my hands on Jerry Jarrett. He's sat behind that big desk of his with his feet all propped up, saying, Wayne Ferris, you go here. You're booked here. You're booked there. And I said, but Jerry, I don't like to be booked there. And he made me go anyway. And I want to squeeze him, and I want to squeeze that little neck of his, and I'm going to do it, Lance Russell. We want a match with him.
Yeah.
We want him in the ring.
Oh, you
That's
want
right.
a match.
That's right.
You
We're
want a
demanding
I want him and that little jerk friend of his, the #1 stooge in the ring.
Yeah,
Get him out of here.
Get out of here, you bunch of cowards. Get out of here.
You
You're a
guys have had
coward.
all the
You're a
matches
gutless
you
wonder.
need.
You're a gutless wonder if you don't get out of here.
Hey,
And you're
get it
just
on
no better than you are, Lance Russell. No better than you are.
Get him out of here. There
Come on,
you
get
go.
out.
You guys just take off.
Hey, what's the matter? What are you doing, boy? Get him out of here.
Gutless. He
What
won't
are
get
you
in the
doing
ring.
out
What are
here?
you doing out
What are
there?
you doing?
him out in the hall.
Huh? Boy, can
You're
you
evil
believe
fiend
this?
#2. We don't even need to be talking to you, Dave Brown. You sit over there and play yes, sir, to Lance Russell all the time.
That's all
You're
you're
Lance
good for.
Russell stooge just
That's
like
all
Dundee's
you're good
Jerry
for.
Jarrett stooge.
Come on, why don't you get them boys out of here, huh?
Bunch of
George,
stooges
get out.
around
Now,
here.
we ain't going nowhere. We'll buy this place if we want to. We ain't going nowhere. Do you understand? I want to know why you're out here. You ain't no better than him. Why don't you get somebody out here that's got some authority? We want somebody that's got some authority out here. You can't do nothing. You ain't got no authority.
All right,
What's
listen.
the verdict?
Okay, Big Mouth,
Get 'em
you're
out
the
here.
one that's out here and wanting all this hollering and
Yeah, that's
stuff on
so
the match.
what?
Okay, so you got a match. They're going to add a match to the card, and that's what it's going to be.
That's fine.
Jarrett and Dundee, and you guys will
That's
have
exactly
that's
what we
fine.
want.
That
We're
makes
going
me
to squeeze
satisfied.
that little neck into his eyes, Papa.
Hey, suplexes Bub Smith, all 250 pounds of it. 2-minute mark going right now in the match. Smith off his feet and dropped across the knee. Yeah. One,
Could be
2, 3.
3.
That's it.
Hey, look
The
out for the
Assassin jumping into the ring. Billy Robinson has won it. The match over. The Assassin picks up Bub Smith, throws him out of the ring.
Whoa, he nailed Billy right across that arm with it sprung out. Hey, come on. Let's get somebody in here. Robinson. Yeah,
Here comes Rick Morton. Oh, one Assassin standing guard.
See if he can get somebody else over.
Here comes Coco Ware.
The Assassin continue to work on. Oh, he is hurt. Billy is just screaming in that ring. He caught Robinson, who had a pin on Smith, and dropped with the arm reversed right across it. Here comes Paul Ellery.
One Assassin working on Billy Robinson. The other one trying to head off everybody that comes in to try to help him out. Coco's gotten to him. The Assassins are now out of the ring.
Yeah, Robinson's hurt. Get somebody in
Yeah,
there.
his arm's hurt.
Hey, come on, you guys. Get out of here.
Is that the best that you have in professional wrestling? Is that your wrestler's wrestler?
Just get on out of here. We don't need it here. Billy Robinson down. Yeah, I wouldn't move that arm. Don't let him move the arm. The Assassins, right as Robinson had the pin on Bub Smith, jumped in the ring. Yeah, keep the arm still, Eddie, if you can. Okay.
This is a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match, introducing at a total of 590 pounds from parts unknown. On the left of your screen, the Assassins going against them at a total weight of 442 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Jerry Bryant. And from Indianapolis, Indiana, Steve Regal. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee is Paul Morton. Let's see, looks like Jerry Bryant is going to be starting for his team. And the Southern Championship belts being taken off now by the Assassins. Handed outside the ring for safekeeping. This is a non-title match, by the way. Referee says ring the bell. We are underway. One fall, 15-minute time limit match again. Side mare by Jerry Bryant puts the big Assassin down on the mat. Bryant, another good move. Assassin on the mat, but back on his feet again quickly. Bryant almost backed into the corner, but he reverses it, puts the Assassin in there. Drag all the way across the ring. Assassin quickly on his feet. Bryant back in the corner now. A little hair pulling by the Assassin as he yanked Bryant out of there. Bryant with a whip. Oh, tried to slam, couldn't get him far off the canvas. Count of 2. Bryant could not get the Assassin too far off the canvas, but he did drive him on down to the mat. Well, a lot of size in the Assassin's corner over there. 590 pounds, both of them huge. The Assassin with the head scissors on Jerry Bryant. Bryant kicks his way out of it, on his feet quickly. Very agile team, Bryant and Steve Regal. They have to be considered slight underdogs in the match. Anybody that steps in there against the team of the Assassins is usually giving away quite a bit of weight. But don't count Bryant and Regal out of it because they have quite a bit of speed on their side. Steve Regal especially has been most impressive. in recent matches. Hey, the assassin whipped into the corner. Over the shoulder, Jerry Bryant with a cover. 1, 2. Yeah, the assassin gets there, breaks it up at the 2 count. Bryant, again, put the assassin down. The assassin converts to a head scissors. Hair pulling, perhaps. Couldn't see it, yeah, but referee Paul Morton indicates he caught him pulling hair, and he made the assassin give up the hold. 2 minutes, 12 seconds gone in this one. Steve Regal in to try to help Jerry Bryant out. He's sent back to the corner. The assassin. Oh, that knee. Assassins make a tag. Jerry Bryant on the mat, a cover. 1, 2. 2 count. Jerry Bryant kicks out of it. He's still in there. Been Jerry Bryant all the way in this one, the official man in the ring. Steve Regal starting the cheers. Behind Jerry Bryant. Jerry needs to get over to the corner, get the tag on his partner, Steve Regal. Face lock by the assassin. Bryant trying to break loose. Unsuccessful so far, but now he's out of it. Too far away from the corner. He started to his feet. He was very near the assassin's corner. Steve Regal stepped in there and said to referee Paul Morton, hey, that's 2 against 1. Get one of them out of there. Cover by the count of 2. There's the tag. Here comes Steve Regal. Regal has been watching for 3.5 minutes. Good drop kick, and he puts the assassin on the mat. The other one steps in, and he gets a drop kick, too. Assassin number 1 and 2 both down on the floor. Now it's assassin number 1 rolling back under the ropes, into the ring. Steve Regal waiting for him there. 3 minutes, 50 seconds gone. And a 1 fall, 15-minute time limit match. Assassins, the current holders of the Southern Tag Team Championships. This is a non-title match. Title or no, Regal and Bryant would love to put away a victory over these assassins. Regal with a cover. 2 count, but the assassin breaks out of it at 2. Regal, good move. Nice leg drop, puts the assassin back down to the mat. Steve pulling him over closer to his corner. Gets the tag on Jerry Bryant. Jerry's had a little time to recuperate after being worked over by the assassins. There's a cover by Bryant. He only got a 1 count. Jerry goes to work on the leg, trying to soften the assassin up. Get him in position where he can hold him for a count of 3. The assassin. Assassin not able to make a great effort to get out of it. Bryant had a pretty good hold on him. Makes the tag, and here is Steve Regal. Regal takes over. He goes to work on the assassin's left leg. There's a tag made. Jerry Bryant right back to work. Good strategy by Regal and Bryant. Bryant trying to catch the assassin before he gets to the corner. He almost had him, but the assassin was able to make it. Just barely got the tag. Big assassin number 1, I think. It's hard to tell them apart, is in there now. Yeah, that's assassin number 1 against Jerry Bryant. Bryant picked straight up in the air. Look out. Oh, a drive down to the mat. Not so much a slam as he just drove him straight into the mat. Oh, on the arm. He sprung that thing. Assassins make a tag. Steve Regal trying to break up that double team on the exchange. 6 minutes gone. Bryant. Ooh, driven to the mat again with that arm hung up behind him. Now the assassin puts the stretch on him. The other assassin sits down on Jerry Bryant's left arm, which they have really worked on. Shoulder into the turnbuckle. Bryant. Assassin picks him up again. Over his shoulder. Pulled his arm back, starts for the corner, needs to get the tag, but the assassin caught him by the foot. Not far away from the tag. Bryant has to stay in there. Unable to get to the corner. There was some hair pulling. Don't know if the referee could see it or not. It was across the ring from where he was. Bryant yanked down to the mat. And the assassin continued to work on his left arm. 7 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Steve Regal telling Jerry, hey, don't give up. Try to get over here and get a tag. Bryant trying to roll across the ring, get to the corner, but the assassin got him pretty well tied up. You see he's got a handful of hair. Yanks him down to the mat. He's warned about it by referee Paul Morton. Possible submission. Let's see. Referee says winning the bell. The Assassins get a submission out of Jerry Bryant. They had really worked him over. Boy, that left arm, they had done just about everything to it they could. Slammed him with it behind him and what have you. And finally, the Assassins are working on it, and Jerry Bryant just couldn't hang on anymore. He gave it a good go. He stayed in there a lot longer than I would have, I tell you. But Jerry finally had to give it up. So the win is going to go to the Assassins over Steve Regal and Jerry Bryant. Steve helping Jerry out of the ring area now.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, Steve.
Something's got to be done about that. Man, they're trying to break everybody's arm around here. We got to do something about it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Steve. The Assassins have been hurting arms with great regularity here the last few weeks. But Jerry on his way back to the dressing room now. Again, 590 pounds on the left of your screen from parts unknown, the Assassin. Going against them at a total weight of 432 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Pat Hutchinson. And from Melrose, Minnesota, Paul Ellering. This match, 1 fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Paul Morton.
Obviously a non-title bout, as the Assassins, one of them at least already, has stripped off the Southern Tag Team belt. Going against a very young wrestler who is just leaving the ring at the moment, Pat Hutchinson, and the guy that is left in the ring is Steve Ellering. I mean, Steve. Paul. Paul Ellering. Oh, well. All right, we're ready to go. We've got one of the Assassins heading out. Bell time. Here we go, Dave. Paul, of course, as we've remarked before, former holder of the world deadlift record, 745 1/4 pounds, man.
Right.
Like that.
Back into the corner, Paul Ellering. Paul went to South Dakota, right? Wasn't that right? South Dakota, wasn't that where he held that title? State, South Dakota State, yeah. NCAA. Fine wrestling. Hometown again, Melrose, Minnesota for Paul. In there against one of the big Assassins. You got to say one of the big ones. You can't say the big assassin and the not so big assassin because they're both big. Assassins make a tag. Oh, round behind the Assassin. Let's see if Ellering can break out of it. Well, down to the mat. The Assassin hangs on. Oh, right out of the full Nelson comes Paul Ellering. Assassin, oh, mistake. He grabbed that left arm, and Ellering put the squeeze on, dropped him to the mat. Assassin over to the rope. Assassin, good move by the Assassin. He drops Ellering to the mat, count of 2. Thought he might have that 3 count on him there, but he only got the 2 count before Paul was able to roll the shoulders up off the mat and stop the count. The Assassin now trying to work Ellering over toward his corner. He'll be close to the tag if he needs it. in about the center of the ring, though. Ellering. With the advantage, I think, but the hold really belongs to the Assassin. The Assassin gets a tag. Ooh. Referee trying to get the feet untangled. Now the Assassin finally breaks it. Assassin number 2 leaves the ring. Assassin number 1 in there against Paul Ellering. 3 minutes gone in this one fall, 15-minute time limit match. Ellering, oh, and the Assassin right up in the air, and he just fired him halfway across the ring into the turnbuckle. He just threw him. Some of the strength of Paul Ellering. Ellering, the Assassin. The Assassin trying to butt a shoulder in there. Oh, still hanging on. And putting the pressure on the Assassin. Assassin into the cage, drove Ellering back to the mat, flips him back in the ring. Ellering with a cover, count at 1. Just as the count of 2 was about to fall, the Assassin brought the right shoulder blade up off the mat. That stopped the count at 1. 4 minutes, 20 seconds into the action. Paul Ellering again trying to roll the Assassin shoulders down. Assassin moving. He moved right over to the rope. Now Assassin number 1 down to his corner. Conversation with his partner. The Assassin, Ellering in the air, body slams him. A good body slam by the Assassin. Ellering returns the favor. The other Assassin jumps in there, and he gets slammed too. Ellering back to Assassin number 1. He's the legal one in the ring. Paul Ellering over to the corner, tags Pat Hutchinson. Pat knocked down to the mat by the Assassin. Pat Hutchinson now being double teamed by the Assassins as they tag out. Upper part of the leg to the midsection by the Assassin. God. Oh, he drops Pat to the mat with a suplex. Head spear by the Assassin. Pat Hutchinson at an extreme disadvantage against these 2 big guys. Pat will only weigh in somewhere around 190 pounds. And he is quite young. He hasn't been wrestling that long. As long as he is in there, the Assassins have the distinct advantage, and they know it. And that arm they're working on, the Assassins in recent weeks in the area have really been hurting people's arms. It was that same move that they just put on Pat Hutchinson right there. Here's again. Suspend the arm in the air and then drop on it. Hutchinson on the mat. Paul Ellering, his partner, shouting encouragement from the corner. Assassin drops on that arm again. Pat Hutchinson holding that left arm up near the shoulder joint. assassin threw him into the top turnbuckle. He hit right on the arm. Again, they double up on him on the exchange. 7 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Hutchinson dropped to the mat, the arm pinned behind him. Methodical team, the Assassins, when they went to work on that arm, and they have been working on it ever since. Keeping Hutchinson well away from the corner. There's a cover, one. Assassin won't pin him. He picked him up at the 2 count, picked him up by the hair. He probably could have had a count of 3 on Pat Hutchinson, but he wouldn't do it. Oh, he drives him across the knee. Good grief, 1. And again, a count of 1. The Assassin picks Pat Hutchinson up, stops the count at 1. Pat lunged toward the ring, but he was still a good 5-6 feet away from the tag on Paul Ellery. Bell sound. Yeah, we're just going to stop it. Couldn't agree more.
They said stop it. Yep. Representative, AWA Representative Guy Coffey said that there's no point in taking a chance on another arm getting hurt in there, and so it's properly stopped. The win will go to the Assassins, but they were not even obviously not trying to pin Hutchinson. They were trying to add another trophy and another arm in there, and the AWA representative said stop it, rather than let them go on.
Somebody, the name of it is hurt somebody.
Yeah, great. That's a marvelous attitude you guys got, I'll tell you what.
Well, Lance, I want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity to talk to the people down here, and I want to say thank you very much for the concern and the letters and the cards I've had over the festive time of Christmas and New Year's coming on, and I want to wish you all the best. Obviously, my end and Christmas of the year and the start of the new year is not the way I wish to have spent it. I would like to say this, that the arm is recovering, and the doctor doesn't know when, but soon I'll be back at least in training and get back to the matters at hand. As you can see, I can move my fingers now and without too much pain, and I'd like to pass a message on at this time, maybe, to the people, the Assassins. I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope the New Year festivities, that you really enjoy them, because I've not enjoyed mine, but then I'm not celebrating them now. I'm going to wait until February or March when I come back in wrestling. And then I'm going to celebrate. I am going to celebrate. That's all I've got to say, Lance. Thank you very much.
Okay, Billy Robinson, a super guy, a great sense of humor most of the time, but obviously nothing to laugh about because his livelihood has been slowed down considerably by the Assassins. We're delighted to hear, though, that the fracture type thing is getting along in good shape. And
ladies and gentlemen, I've asked for this time to come and talk to you. And the reason I'm talking to you is because basically I'm going stir crazy. I've never been off this length of time before except one time with an eye injury. And I want to say that I have a message for the Assassins. You know, there's not been 1 minute of an hour of a day of a week that I've not thought about what you have done, about what it's cost me. Fortunately for me, the doctor said the cast is going to come off pretty soon, and I can't wait. The sooner the better. I want to tell you, Assassins, I am going to get back. I want to promise all the people in this area, Tennessee, anywhere, it makes no difference. I will get my hands on the Assassins, and I'm going to hurt them as they've hurt me. I'm going to hurt them in the pocketbook. I'm going to hurt them physically. I'm going to make you a promise that I've never made anybody else before. I'm going to come, and I'm going to be in the ring, And I am going to take their masks off, and I am going to injure them. Only one time before, when I nearly lost my eyesight through a wrestler. And I got the return match after spending 5 months off. Well, let me tell you about that man. He no longer wrestles. He's no longer in the sport, and he no longer can do anything physical. Now, I'm making a promise, and I've never gone back on my word any time, any place. The Assassins, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back for you.
Okay, Billy Robinson, and we'll keep you posted on Billy, an untimely incident coming up with the Assassins where his arm was fractured in there, but Billy's getting along fine. We're delighted to get that from Dave. I think we got action ready to go.
This will be a one-fall 15-minute time limit tag team match, introducing at a total weight of 522 pounds on the right of your screen. From the hills of Missouri, Slim, the hillbilly, and his partner from Jonesboro, Arkansas, David Oswald, going against him in this match. Total weight 590 pounds from parts unknown. The Assassins. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee Paul Morton.
Okay, we're about ready for it as the Assassins pull out of their robes, and Slim comes off with his top, David Oswald. First look at him. Paul Morton in there, and we're about ready to get it on. They got a tough chore, do the hillbilly and Oswald. Bell time, Dave, we're off and running as the Assassins get it underway. This is Assassin number 1 starting out against Slim the hillbilly out of the hills of Missouri. Not the original Slim the hillbilly, who is from Kentucky. He's a heavy one himself. Assassin number 1 starting right into action. Whoa, look at that, a power slam with that big guy. Good night, and he drops with the elbow down there. David Oswald, the hillbilly's partner over there, taking a look from outside the ropes, and he's wondering whether he wants any part of these two guys. The big Assassins, former holders of those Southern tag belts, showing a little bit of their stuff in there for a fact front face lock as the Assassin backs Slim into the corner, and he makes a tag on David Oswald. Oswald's first venture into the ring on championship wrestling, and a rolling arm lock takedown, and the Assassin number 2 pops down with the flat of that foot, tags his partner. In the air, and the Assassin pounds down with a body slam. Once again, and this time a power slam as he follows it down. He doesn't even bother to try to go for the count. He grabs the arm, turns it up into a twist. Referee saying, are you going to give it up? The Assassin lifts David Oswald up and powers him back down. And once again, the Assassin picks him up only to put him right back down on the mat again. There's a tag on the Assassin number 2. With the hair that time, and the referee telling him, big Assassin splashes down on the shoulder and arm of David Oswald. Another tag. In comes number 1. Back into a hammer with the arm. Runs Oswald right into the turnbuckle. Tag on number 2. They have just totally dominated the action in there. It has been one-sided. And Oswald having that arm worked on in good shape. That's a trademark of the Assassins. They love it. Into the hammer, back behind. Watch this. He drives him down with that arm up in the hammer position. Bad news for Oswald or anybody else. Tag on number 2, or number 1 as he comes in. We're about 3 minutes into action as the Assassins have totally dominated. Figure 4 clutch up. It's going to be the bell, and that's probably the best news that Oswald has had, as the Assassins totally dominated the 3 minutes that they were in act. What was the time?
3:07.
3:07. No doubt about it. Assassins number 1 and 2 in total domination over a young team of Slim the Hillbilly from the hills of Missouri and David Oswald. Just complete.
Yeah, just that awesome power of the Assassins team. We've seen it before, and we saw it again today.
They love to get somebody, get an arm in trouble, and just continue to work on it, continue to work on it. They have that one, and boy, it hurts me when I even see them do it. They pop that arm into the hammer position, and then the power drive right on top of that. And when you got about 275, 300 pounds coming down on top of it, man, oh man. But how about the demonstration you guys have agreed to in there? Because we had some questions we wanted to ask.
Well,
and
of course. There's been a lot of controversy throwing around the masks. The controversy comes down to 1 or 2 points, and one point is that supposedly everybody's saying that we're putting objects in our masks to hit people with. Now, we're going to deny this because this is a falsehood, but put out by these other wrestlers. Now, secondly, my partner here has one of the hardest heads in professional wrestling. He's developed one of the hardest heads, and the reason that we are here today to show the people exactly how hard his head is. Right here, we have some boards. Get down here and show them. Now, these boards here are pine wood. They're very solid. As you can see, this man weighs over 300 pounds and he's standing on the wood. He's going to bust these boards with his head. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Now,
There's one thing. There's a couple of guys that we're supposed to wrestle on TV today. It's a little out of their class, you know. And we believe in keeping people in their place. You understand what I mean? A lot of people step out of line. They need to stay in their place. After we put them in their place, we'll show you what we're going to do to these boards.
You don't want to do this now. You want to wait till after the match to do it?
We got some people to put back into their spot.
Okay, you're not going to back out on it now.
We're going to get the blood flowing. We're going to get the adrenaline there so that this is possible. And there's going to be no more controversy and no more of these people saying things derogatory about the Assassins.
Okay, you guys have said it now. You won't back out on it, and we're going to have the demonstration. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a healthy set of boards that they got laying over there. They said they would rather do the match and then make the demonstration on it, Dave. So there's not a whole lot else we can do, so we'll respect their wishes on what the kitchen will decide. Looking forward to this match anyhow. Steve Regal and Rick Morton obviously giving away a lot of weight, but boy, what a team. Okay, Davey.
It'll be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at a total weight of 590 pounds, the Assassins. Going against them at a total weight of 417 pounds, from Nashville, Tennessee, Rick Morton, and from Indianapolis, Indiana, Steve Regal. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit, and the referee is Paul Morton.
Okay, I think we got it boiled down to action time, Bill, and here we go. We're going to be looking forward to Regal in there, and I can't really see. I think it's Assassin number 1, but it's hard to identify. Yeah, okay.
That is.
He's the bigger of the two, right. And fired into the turnbuckle by Regal. The Assassins, big as they are, Dave, it's amazing how well they do move. They have...
It's a good move by Regal, reversal on the whip.
Well, there's never any question about how Regal moves. Fine athlete.
Assassin round behind. Well, look at Regal move.
Steve was a fine athlete at Indiana State. I'm almost certain that was the college. That was Larry Bird's college. Steve preceded Bird there. He was an excellent football player.
Assassin down to the mat briefly, but then on his feet over to the corner for the tag. Ooh. Boy, these guys can hurt you there, too. The double team on the exchange.
Look at that leapfrog. Aha! And a drop kick. Boy, that Regal can go from a standing spot right up in the air, a good 4.5, 5 feet. Fire that drop kick. He's a beauty.
Double up again as the Assassins tag out. Minute and a half into the action.
Regal tags his young partner, Rick Morton, who comes in there. And look at Rick with that bar right over backward. He takes the assassin number 2 down.
Rick gives away weight to just about every opponent he faces in the ring, but weight's about all he gives away.
And that doesn't slow him down, does it?
No, not at all.
Whoa, he goes. Look at that. Beautiful. Drop kick from Rick Morton. Nice tag out from the Assassins. Give them credit now. You got to say, these guys work together as well as any tag team that you'll see around. They've got so many things going for them, and a few of them are legal.
That wasn't, but it backfired on him. He was going to fire that right fist to the top of Rick Morton's head, but Rick ducked out of the way.
Morton into a front face lock on the Assassin, but he just picks Morton straight up, fires him back into the corner. Whoa, comes in, and Morton is gone before he gets there.
That was similar to the atomic knee drop. Different configuration on it, but still not easy on the lower back.
Coming off the ropes, Rick Morton takes a foot to the midsection. Big Assassin drops with that lower leg. Whip. Puts that shoulder down. Morton loses the contest. 193 pounds to 300. Won't get it.
No way.
Not in that kind of meeting. Straight up in the air. The Assassin drops Rick down, but he's right over by the ropes. No, he'll never get a pin out of that one.
3.5 minutes gone.
Morton comes up fighting. Tag between the Assassins. Number 2 comes in. Hammering with that big upper arm. And there's a tag on Steve Regal.
Yeah.
Oh, Regal stretched out on a drop kick. He had him off balance and puts him down. Over the top, Regal goes. Oh, and they are both down. Regal had the momentum going, Dave, and he nailed him with one shoulder but put him down. The Assassin's outside the ring, and we have had a little switcheroo. Take a look now at the Assassin. This is where we've been having the argument with him. To the head he goes. Here's Ken Lucas and Billy Robinson back. We're going to have Billy out a little bit later. Lucas, Billy Robinson in. Ring the bell, the referee says. It's going to be a disqualification, I'm sure, with Lucas and Robinson coming in, jumping the Assassins. They're out on the floor out here. The match is officially over with. Billy Robinson going at the Assassin number 1. Breaks one of the boards over. Robinson again going after the Assassin. Come on, let's get it broken up. Paul, see if you can get him in there. Ken Lucas, Billy Robinson came fired into the ring. The Assassin going after Lucas with a board. Billy, who has recovered from a broken arm at the hands of the Assassins. Lucas breaks a board over the Assassins. Robinson continuing after Assassin number 1. Kenny with that fall. Robinson tearing the mask of the Assassin. And the Assassin's out, yeah. Okay, hey, come on, that's enough. See if you can just get them on out of here. That's enough. That's all. We don't need any more. Okay, let's keep down. Billy, we really, I mean, you got too much class for the street fighting like that, and we just...
Don't you talk to me about class and street fighting. I've been hurt badly all my adult life. I've abided by the rules because I believed in wrestling. Well, you can forget the wrestling. I got this man here as a partner because he's a street fighter. He's a fighting man. And that's all you want to see from me is a fight, no matter whether it be in a railway station, an airport, a gymnasium, in the ring. I'm sorry about your TV show here. I don't give a damn about it. Okay. They are going to get... No, I'm not going to say anything.
Introducing at a total weight of 435 pounds from Nashville, Tennessee, Roy Rogers. And from Salem, Virginia, Rick McCord. Going against him at a total of 448 from Huntsville, Alabama, beautiful Bobby Eaton. And from Union City, Tennessee, Sweet Brown Sugar. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Okay, Calhoun trying to get him straightened out on a one-on-one. Roy Rogers will be starting for the McCord-Rogers team. Sweet Brown Sugar doing the number for Eaton and Brown Sugar. The action is going to have to favor Sugar and Eaton, I would think. McCord and Rogers, both good young wrestlers, but Sugar and Eaton, while they're not old wrestlers in that sense, they have got some experience behind them, Davey.
They have some experience working together, too, as a tag team, and also, of course, as first family members. They tend to think alike with the way they've been taught by Jimmy Hart. Brown Sugar, after a couple of good moves by Roy Rogers, heads for the corner, and here is beautiful Bobby Eaton. Well, he's greeted with about the same thing by Roy Rogers. Roy. Keeping him moving. Eaton now forces him back to the corner. Roy tags his partner, Rick McCord. Rick fields him across the ring with a drag. Goes for a head scissors. Flying head scissors. He got it. Got Eaton off his feet, but Eaton quickly back up along the ropes. He shoves McCord back to the corner. Rick makes a tag, and here's Roy Rogers. Roy grabs Eaton in a side headlock. Eaton gets a tag, and it's Roy Rogers, Sweet Brown Sugar in there again. Rick McCord had the headlock. Brown Sugar forcing it with a wrist lock. McCord into the ropes. Brown Sugar fired into the ropes across the way. McCord got him with the shoulder. Good reversal by Rick McCord. Brown Sugar set to throw him with the arm, but McCord reversed him on it. And it was Brown Sugar that ended up on the mat, and McCord ends up with the advantage on the hold.
Kenny Shane sitting quietly in the chair out there. He's Jimmy's assistant, of course, and taking it mightily easy. Roy Rogers grabs right a hold of beautiful Bobby Eaton, and Eaton right up in the air. Oh, he dumped him hard. Woo! Right back with a double-handed chop in the back and follows it up. Eaton letting a little fury out. He and Brown Sugar work well together as a tag team, Dave. Sugar takes a tag, comes right on in, and drops down hard on it. Eaton goes out as the referee got him right after he finished that last punishment pour down. Brown Sugar dropping again on that leg of Roy Rogers. You know, I see action like that, and I wonder in action like that if they're following up, they couldn't break Stan Lang's leg if they're trying to get somebody else to bring a leg in there. They're working on Roy.
Boy, Eaton vicious. Double chop across the back. Roy headed for the corner to tag Rick McCord, but couldn't make it. He was about 4 feet from the tag. Eaton stumbles into a tag with Brown Sugar, but he's near that corner nonetheless. You're right. They're really working on that leg of Roy Rogers.
Got that right.
Roy wanted to kick Brown Sugar back out of the way, but he couldn't do it. That's the tag.
McCord coming in with Bobby Eaton and Brown Sugar.
We're very close to the 4-minute mark. 4 minutes gone in this one. Oh, McCord steps over, but Kenny Shane got him in the back with a cane. Kenny Shane had been seated quietly in the chair over there, but he stood up as McCord was headed for the ropes and smacked him in the back with that cane. Eaton off the ropes. That's it.
He got it.
4 minutes, 18 seconds, and McCord, you see him holding his back. He was speared with with the end of that cane by Kenny Shane. 4:18 the time on it.
Well, as we get underway with this one, to explain to you what all that was about, we've got beautiful Bobby Eaton and Sweet Brown Sugar, the first family's pride and joy, with Jimmy Hart in the corner going against Bobby Fulton and Bill Dundee. Dundee was starting out against Eaton. Eaton came over, grabbed the mic, and said, "Why don't you bring Fulton in if he's such a tough young kid? Bring him in and let him start." So promptly, Fulton and Dundee switched places. Bobby is starting against Bobby. That is Fulton against Eaton. And thus far, Eaton has had the better of it. Eaton will outweigh him by about 13 pounds. Eaton from Huntsville, Alabama. Fulton from Columbus, Mississippi. From Columbus, Ohio. Woo, and Fulton down hard on the deck. Eaton over the top. Nice hip toss from Fulton. A second one, and he's right after him. Big body slam. Now that's aggressiveness. Fulton's learning it. Boy, he's picking it up. And he's telling Eaton, "Why don't you come back out?" Dundee called him off a second, said something to him. About this time, what you better do is look out. Eaton and Sugar didn't get and keep the Southern tag belts for as long as they did by being pushovers. Both of them rough and tough, good wrestling team, but they can get nasty, very nasty. Fulton fired and catches Brown Sugar. Sugar back up on his feet, squaring it off. But Sugar tags Bobby Eaton. Hard up, strolling around the ring. Jimmy is dressed in his wrestling attire. He'll be appearing in a bout sometime later on. Fulton raked across the eyes by Eaton, and the referee gets on his back. Says, "Come on, come on, come on, keep it clean." That's wasted breath. Look at Fulton. He's taking care of business. Sugar knocked off the ring apron down onto the concrete floor. Big backdrop. Fulton took him up and now goes after Eaton. Dundee comes in to help him out. He grabs Eaton. Fulton with Sugar. Oh, man, oh, man. Woo! They really snapped them together, and Fulton down on top could only get a 2 count. Eaton comes back to the corner, but he wasn't the legal man in the ring, I don't believe. Well, in any event, the referee's satisfied, so are we. Bill Dundee in after his first tag. Billy and Sweet Brown Sugar. Dundee to the corner. Oh, good night. Sugar hit that corner. He missed Dundee as Bill ducked and went underneath him. Sugar bailed himself over the top. I don't know how he kept from breaking a shoulder. He may have. He hit that concrete floor butt firm. Backdrop. Brown Sugar down hard. Dundee on top. One. No. Got him again for a 1 count. And again. Eaton going after Dundee. Billy rolled out of the way and he nailed Sugar a count of 1. And Sugar still covered up. Dundee really pressing him hard. 5-minute call has been made. 55 minutes to go. Standing side headlock. Dundee has a hold of Sugar. Billy lets him have that 5-fingered massage as he knuckled him down to the canvas, picks him up, goes into a side headlock again. Sugar shakes him. Bill holds up on the ropes. No dice for Sugar. Big drop kick aimed at Dundee, but the recipient was beautiful Bobby Eaton. He flattened him on the ring apron. Crowd saying, oh, Sugar came over and beautiful Bobby patted him on the back and said, that's all right, Sugar. Eaton, a little finger pointing at Bobby Fulton. Dundee takes the tag, comes in, right hand flying. Jimmy Hart complaining about the use of the fist. Straight in as Dundee nails him with that foot. He grabbed our top ropes and swung up and kicked him right in the face. Eaton in, backdrop. Beautiful Bobby high on a double backdrop. Fulton takes over and covers him up. One, no, and Fulton gets caught in the back by Sugar. Bobby Fulton waiting on Brown Sugar to come out of the corner. 8 minutes, 45 seconds have passed. Plenty of time left in this match. It's a doggone good pairing, I'll tell you. Sugar and Eaton against Bobby Fulton and Bill Dundee. We're so pleased. Oh, and as Fulton went back into the rope, while the referee was sending Hart back to the chair, Eaton grabbed him from behind. Fulton ripped across the eyes. Bobby Fulton down and Sugar takes over as Dundee around the corner was run back by the referee. Now Hart all the way around the corner, poking that stick at Dundee. Bobby Fulton taking a pasting from the tough Sweet Brown Sugar. Tag on Eaton. Dundee nailed by Brown Sugar. Kicked off of the ring apron, and Eaton takes over with Bobby Fulton. He's got him in a chokehold. Sugar being told to get out of there by the referee. And now he does. Fulton dumped hard. Bobby trying his best to get to the corner, but he is stopped hard by Bobby Eaton. Big right hand. Fulton goes down. Sugar on Fulton while Eaton was nailing Bill Dundee. 11 minutes, 20 seconds. Sugar kicks Dundee off the ring apron, so it's Bobby Fulton having to face the two of them for a moment by himself. Tag on Eaton. Beautiful Bobby comes in as Dundee, shaking the cobwebs out, heads back to the ring apron. Double elbow. And here comes Bill helping out. Boy, look at him go. Jimmy Hart up on the ring apron himself, and Dundee chasing him. But while that's going on, Fulton is put down kind of 1, 2, 3. And Bobby Fulton is down. I didn't see the actual event watching Dundee go after Hart, but I do know who the winner is. Sweet Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby Eaton will win it in 12 minutes, 11 seconds. Eaton and Sugar are the winners, and we're about ready to get going here as our AWA Southern Tag Champ. Jimmy, will you get it done and shut up?
Who do you think you know who you're talking to? Do you know who you're talking? Evidently you don't. Let me tell you something.
Get over there and get this match started.
Oh, man, come on, get the match. Who cares? Let me tell you something right now, baby. Dylan has done hit the high country. I beat him and ran him off. I told everybody my team was going to be the new Southern Heavyweight Champions, and they are the new Southern Champions. But you know what? From now on, every week on this TV, we're going to put the belts up because I've got something to prove to the people now.
Great.
Because I was tired of seeing Lawler and Kamala and Lawler and Kamala and Dylan, these people on main events everywhere. We're going back to the top again, baby. When you're on top, you got to let it rock. And we're ready, and we're going to set examples with these little pukes out here right now. Okay, come on, baby. Let's go. Woo! Come on, brother. Let's do it. Come on.
This is an AWA Southern Tag Team title match. The belt's on the line. The challengers at a total weight of 432 pounds. From Vero Beach, Florida, Terry Taylor, and from Columbus, Ohio, Bobby Fulton. Going against them, total weight of 448 pounds. The champions from Huntsville, Alabama, Bobby Eaton. And from Union City, Tennessee, Sweet Brown Sugar. Their manager, Jimmy Hart. This is a Southern Tag Team title match. The referee is Jerry Calhoun, and it is going to be a 2 out of 3 fall match.
2 out of 3 fall, a good format, and we'll be looking for it. Bell time, and here we go, baby.
First fall underway. Sweet Brown Sugar starting against Terry Taylor. Terry Taylor drops to the mat. On his feet, and a drop kick puts Brown Sugar down on the mat. Now, he's got Brown Sugar in the air. Body slams him. Bobby Eaton steps through the ropes with no tag. Taylor slams him. And then turns his attention back to the legal man in the ring, Sweet Brown Sugar. Terry Taylor and Bobby Fulton making a challenge for those big Southern Tag Team titles. Taylor, as we told you a week or so ago, has a collegiate career behind him in wrestling. Oh, Brown Sugar flying through the air, but Taylor had moved out of the way. Backdrop. Brown Sugar heads for the corner, grabs Bobby Eaton. He does more just tag him. He holds on. Bobby Eaton now steps through the rope. He's been in there before, but this time he's in there legally after the tag. And he's facing young Terry Taylor. Terry is a former co-holder of a couple of regional tag team belts. He and Bobby Fulton going for the big ones here today. Taylor steps over. Bobby Eaton sets. Reversed by Taylor. Brown Sugar jumps in, and Taylor handles him too. Eaton still in the ring, hanging back in the corner. Brown Sugar went through the ropes on the other side. Now back over for a conference with manager Jimmy Hart. Taylor back to the corner, tags Bobby Fulton, Columbus, Ohio. Fulton wrapping up that left arm, putting the twist on it. Eaton back to the corner, makes the tag on Brown Sugar, and Bobby Fulton takes him down. Puts a bar on Sugar's left arm. Brown Sugar on his feet, makes the tag. Bobby Eaton back in. Eaton and Sugar defending their Southern Tag belts. Eaton hangs on to the ropes, and with the feet, puts Bobby Fulton down on the mat hard. And he followed through. Fulton back on his feet. He goes after Sugar for good measure back here. Then back to Bobby Eaton in the corner. Bobby Fulton after Bobby Eaton, but Eaton's got something on his hand there. Chain, I think. I don't know. Gone now. Bobby Eaton nailing Bobby Fulton. We're 3 minutes into this fall. 3 minutes gone. Remember, it's a 2 out of 3 fall match. One fall won't do it for either team. Tag made. Eaton's got a cut opened up on Bobby Fulton's forehead. Brown Sugar in there now. Sweet Brown Sugar hammering Bobby Fulton now into the foot of Bobby Eaton. Eaton stays in there, goes to work on that cut over the right eye of Bobby Fulton. Fulton fired into the ropes. He's over near the corner, but cannot orient himself enough to reach out and make the tag on his partner, Terry Taylor. Now Brown Sugar comes in. After the tag, Eaton mighty slow about leaving as they double team Fulton. Taylor comes in here to even it up. Everybody battling. Eaton holds him up. Sugar off the ropes. Eaton with a cover. 1, 2, and 3. He's counted out. Count of 3 as Bobby Eaton and Sweet Brown Sugar take a 1-0 lead in this Southern Tag Team Championship match. So the champions 1 fall up over the challengers Terry Taylor and Bobby Fulton. Fulton with that cut on his forehead. Now he's going at it again. Oh, Eaton with a pile driver on Bobby Fulton. Hart walks over it. Only 1 fall.
Marvelous. They ought to scurry out of the business.
1 fall, 4 minutes, 18 seconds, and the win in that one goes to the champions, Bobby Eaton, Sweet Brown Sugar.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It is so difficult to sit by and do commentary and be objective with things like that. Let's take time out, and while they're helping Bobby out of there, let's take some time out, and we're going to be back in just a moment. Okay, let's ring the bell and get it underway with the second ball of action. The first one went to Sugar and Eaton. Of course, you saw the little action that followed the official part of it when beautiful Bobby slammed Eddie Marlin.
Bobby Fulton's unable to continue, so we got a standby match. We're going to put that on. It'll make for a better TV. But he just...
Okay, Bobby cannot continue. Well, we were just telling him about what happened. Hart looking like he can't imagine what happened up there when Bobby Fulton with his head busted open and a pile driver. And Eddie Marlin has just informed us Bobby Fulton cannot continue.
Oh,
and so we have...
Fools changing no match. Let me tell you something. We
have
signed,
a
Marlin.
standby match.
Oh, stand by yourself. Let me tell you, we signed for a 2 out of 3 match, and that's what we're going to get. You got some big shots in the back. Bring out Lawler. Bring out Dundee. Come on, bring them out.
Boy, you guys are... You're really feeling hot.
Who does he think he is?
Go get Jimmy Valiant out here. We want somebody. We want to put these belts up like we said we was going to do in a 2 out of 3 fall match.
Right, baby.
We've had 1 fall. We want the rest of the falls to come out here because right now, we're going to start to hurt somebody.
Yeah, well, you understand that's why we can't continue. All right, Sugar, you've had the match, and you're the one that hurt him and put him out when you did that.
Wrestling is tough, Russell. If you can't take it, then get out of it.
Hey, that's a good idea, Jim.
That's a good idea for you. Why don't you get out of it?
Eddie Marlin has already said they had 1 fall, and that's
all
it.
we ask is for the guy to get a partner. We don't care who it is. Get Mantell, get Lawler, get Dundee, get Valiant, get anybody you want to.
I don't care who you get.
Well, fine. We just may have a partner for sure.
Plus, I'm a little insulted. They mentioned everybody's name but me. Well, you guys want a match? I'm here. I'm getting the ring. You just take your big mouth and get in the ring.
Don't you ever call him Big Mouth? Where you been, Big Mouth? He called you Big Mouth. Coco, he called him Big Mouth.
Fine, just head right up there.
Come on. Show him, baby. Nobody calls him Big Mouth.
So, Steve Kern has volunteered to come in with fellow Floridian Terry Taylor.
He is a champion right now.
Here we go. And what we've got is Steve Kern joining with Terry Taylor.
Taylor's good if you look at him.
And Kern jumps out as Eaton was reaching for a chain. Kern took it away from Bobby Eaton. And Sugar's got a chain in his hand. Eaton is choking away on Steve Kern. Brown Sugar pounding with a chain on Terry Taylor. And now we've got all 4 of them in the ring in there as Sugar is slamming Terry Taylor with a chain. Beautiful Bobby had pulled a chain out, was going to use it on Taylor. Steve Kern pulled it away from him, and now all 4 of them are in there, and the referee is trying to break things up and get it back down to order again. But he's not having much success. As Sugar now has gotten rid of the chain, and he's just using his fist. Terry Taylor trying to fight his way back out of the corner. Eaton comes in with a choke, and Steve Kern caught as he was getting ready to join the fray. Sugar got him right in the midsection. So we just have a free-for-all in this battle here. Beautiful Bobby over there with Taylor, whose head was busted open with that chain that Brown Sugar has. Oh, now quit yelling in my ear, Jimmy. Sweet Brown Sugar, Steve Kern. Beautiful Bobby still slamming away on Terry Taylor where his head was busted open with that chain that Sugar had. Now Taylor firing on Eaton, and look at Kern. Bang Sweet Brown Sugar down to the mat. And the champions, Davey, pounded down.
This has been going on for 2.5 minutes now.
Double clothesline, Kern and Taylor. And the tide has changed,
yes,
my friend. And
big man.
Eaton fired in at a double backdrop. Eaton down, 1, 2, 3.
He wasn't the legal man.
And that's going to be it.
He wasn't the legal man. He wasn't the legal man.
The referee counts 1, 2, 3 on Eaton and Kern and Taylor. Have really gone to town on Sugar and Eaton. Taylor bleeding rather profusely about the head, where Sugar beat on him with that chain. But he ended up getting his 2 cents worth in there, and Steve Kern and Terry Taylor come back in a real fire as they turned it over on Eaton and Sugar, Davey.
They did indeed. Once they got it going, there was no stopping them, and Taylor got the pin. Time on the fall, 2 minutes, 46 seconds. Winner of the fall, Steve Kern and Terry Taylor.
A couple of tough young gentlemen out of Florida who got the number done. Okay. Back in the ring right now, Steve Kern and Terry Taylor, who I really take my hat off to them. As after the action had gone totally... Yeah, Eddie?
His first family refuses to come back. He said they signed a match with Terry Taylor and Bobby Fulton, so they refused to come back. They said they didn't sign a match with these guys. So.
And now they're not going to come back for the fall.
Let's go. They signed it with you and Fulton, so they refused to wrestle, so we'll go ahead and put on the standby match.
Okay, well... Hey, that's the way it's going to be, is the fact that we have Eddie Marlin was saying that Jimmy Hart and the First Family refused to come back because they had signed the match with Taylor and Fulton, but all that can tell you is that they were sure anxious before the tide turned the other way. So that's the way it is right now. One of the ways, Dave, to keep Sugar and Eaton from jumping into the ring is to put them in the ring, and that's exactly what we're going to do on videotape. This one you got to see. It is a bout that took place between Steve Kern and Terry Taylor, a really outstanding tag team out of Florida, going against the champions Sweet Brown Sugar and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Let's take a look at it. In the corner, you can do, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Did Taylor nail him with a forearm? I mean, yes. He really pounded Bobby Eaton in the corner. Terry from Vero Beach, Florida, California, Florida. Catches Eaton as he went over the ropes on the leapfrog, went over to the ropes. Steve dramatically showing he was touching the corner, but he still was able to hit him with that forearm. Sugar holds up. And Terry Taylor drop kicks him into Kern, and Kern still gets him with a forearm. Taylor hangs on to a side headlock with Beautiful Bobby. Over the top comes, and as Eaton was going to pull a similar trick that Taylor pulled, Terry slipped out of the way. Eaton in the wrong corner had his hand up to tag, and Steve Kern did the tagging right on the button. Shoots a right, takes a forearm. Whip into the corner. Kern Monkey flip as he tagged Terry Taylor on the way down. Beautiful drop kick. Sugar runs into Eaton. Taylor, another monkey flip. And Kern and Terry Taylor looking very hot. Taylor whips around, going for the abdominal stretch. Can't get a good hook on. Beautiful Bobby. Jimmy Hart jumped up on the ring apron while the referee was separating Sugar and Kern. He nailed Taylor in the back. And now Sugar takes a tag and tags back out to Eaton. You see, Hart figured it was worth the gamble to do the damage on Taylor. If he got disqualified, they still keep the belts. Beautiful Bobby now. Going after Terry Taylor. Power slam by Beautiful Bobby, and Taylor down underneath the ropes is picked up by Sweet Brown Sugar. Sugar whips him in. Big clothesline, and boy, did he string him out. Wow. Sugar chin locks him, sits down on the spine, and Steve Kern comes in, kicks him right out of there. Eight and a half minutes in, and Steve Kern trying to give Terry a little pep talk over there. Taylor puts a foot in the midsection to Eaton, but Sugar headbutts him from outside the ropes. And Beautiful Bobby, a knee to the midsection. Tag on Sugar. Double team, and Eaton is shooed out of there by the referee, but he doesn't go and drops an elbow and a leg from Sugar. And Steve Kern gets him out of there. Another big elbow from Sugar. Tag on Eaton. Kern in the ring without benefit of tag, clubbing away, and there goes Taylor over the top rope while the referee was in between Kern and Eaton. At the 10-minute mark, Terry Taylor blistered and put down on the mat, where Eaton and Sugar double teaming again. Sugar, man, you can hear that right hand popping Terry Taylor. Taylor swinging back. Sugar goes under it and comes back in again himself. Taylor taking quite a pounding. Double team. Sugar out. Eaton stays in. There's a tag on Steve Kern. The referee arguing with Sugar. He probably didn't see it. That's what I thought. With Taylor being held, Sugar comes off the top rope, or the second rope. Steve Kern being run out by referee Paul Morton, who did not see the tag. He was busily engaged with Sugar. Taylor trying to fight his way back up. Big shoulder, and Taylor may go to the well one too many times. He does a sunset flip, but Sugar right down on top of him, knocks him off, as Jimmy Hart had the referee looking away. Terry into a small package. And the referee runs Sugar back out of there. Eaton gives it up to Sugar legally this time. Approaching the 14-minute mark in action. Taylor now going for the corner, and there's a tag on Steve Kern, but Bobby Eaton started through the rope. The referee was keeping him out again. He did not see Steve Kern. Kern about to have a piece of the referee. That's the second time he's tagged, but the referee's missed it. And Steve just says to heck with it and comes after Sugar and Eaton. He pulls. That's going to be a disqualification. 14 minutes, 23 seconds. The winners and still champions are Sweet Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby Eaton. Disqualification, 14-23.
You've got to see the highlights of this Southern Tag title match. Take a look.
Sugar hammered into Steve Kern's knee. Steve takes over. And he dumps Sugar right down in the middle of the ring. Steps on his face. Hammered him with an uppercut. And Steve pushes Brown Sugar down. Look out. Across that oak table. That's an idea of what's happening in a no disqualification match. Here goes Kern after beautiful Bobby. He whips a chair at him. And look at Kern go after him. Sugar dropped on a pile driver by Taylor while all the action was underway. A whip. Sugar bounced down on a backbreaker. Kern in the air. Dropped with a big knee. Woo! Brown Sugar with Steve Kern dropping on the leg. Kern suplexes him all the way over and down. Sugar over the shoulder of Steve Kern. Jams that shoulder in. He may have a pin, but Bobby Eaton breaks it up. He had stunned Brown Sugar bad. Look at Sugar. He's out on his feet. Steve goes around, abdominal stretch. Here comes Eaton, double chop. Right on the back of the neck of Steve Kern. Jimmy Hart up on the ring apron, and Steve Kern nails him. Steve Kern in. Exchanging elbows on Steve Kern. Brown Sugar and Eaton. Steve climbs to his feet. Tagged again by Bobby. In the air, and a body slam from Eaton. Beautiful Bobby, high flying, drops a knee down on Kern. There's a tag on Sugar. It was made halfway down the ropes, but I think they're going to get away with it. Kern dumped. Sugar down after him. He spent half the night keeping Terry Taylor out of the ring. The crowd really getting upset. Eaton, power slam on Steve Kern. And Kern still stopped short of the corner from Terry Taylor. Double elbow. Taylor comes in, trying to back Sugar and Eaton away from him. Oh. And the referee was running Taylor out again, and Sugar hit him with a knee right in the back, knocked him off on the concrete. Steve Kern runs him into the chair, and Kern gets a pin. Holy mackerel, Steve Kern gets the pin, and the new champs will be Taylor and Steve Kern. The chair was being held up to run Kern into it. He shoved him, and Eaton's head banged into the chair. He was knocked back down and stunned, and Kern covered him for a 3 count. And the Southern Tag Belts have a brand new home with Steve Kern and Terry Taylor. This is all action after it's all over.
Toughest tag team match, well, Texas Tornado tag match that you will want to see. And we've got some tape of that match right now. In this one, it was Steve Kern and Terry Taylor going against Sweet Brown Sugar and Bobby Eaton. And here is what happened in that Texas Tornado match.
Suplex, beautiful, Terry Taylor. Sugar in trouble, has lost 2 straight falls. Taylor drops with a knee down across the chin, and only a 2 count. Sugar back up, but back down. Uh-oh, as Taylor came off the ropes, it looked like Eaton might have hooked his leg. The referee was over talking to Hart, and we couldn't see it, but that sure looked like the move that we guessed at. I was going to say that we saw, but we honestly didn't see it. It's 2 falls to 1 at the present time. And the team of Taylor and Kern are leading the First Family representatives. Double team from Eaton and Sugar. Sugar follows with an elbow. Bobby down with a foot. And Eaton and Sugar just taking turns. Kern will be in here, and he'll nail somebody in just a minute. He chases beautiful Bobby. And I think Sugar is going to end up being the legal man. He is. Terry came out of the trouble okay. Well, he's not free, but at least he got to his feet. Steve Kern came down the line, but he was too far out of the corner to take the tag. Side suplex. Taylor now back down hard on the canvas and in trouble. We're approaching the 10-minute mark, and at the end of this fall, whatever time it may be, we are going to take a timeout. So everybody at the stations along the line, stand ready. We'll be taking a timeout at the end of this fall. Terry Taylor down, stomped in the middle of the lower back. Sugar distracting referee Paul Morton. I thought maybe Hart would do some shenanigans, but he didn't. Tag on Sugar, and Sugar is in with a knee to the midsection. He really is concentrating on the midsection of Terry Taylor. Knee, 3 feet, reverse neck breaker, Taylor down, face first. This is the 4th fall. And Terry Taylor in trouble, but look at Steve Kern. He just couldn't take it anymore. He came in and dropped a knee right in the back of Brown Sugar. Sugar tags Eaton, and Eaton is in. Eaton goes to work on Taylor. Kern and Taylor, 1 fall up. That's 2 falls to 1. Eaton trying to even it up here. Chin locks Taylor, sits on the spine, lifts up on the head. There wasn't any tag. I'm not really sure it makes any difference, although there are rules to be followed, and of course the referee, had he seen them switch like that, would have had to break it up. Eaton was not tired. He was just switching out to Sugar, maybe because Sugar has the ability to put a little more pressure on that chin lock. Taylor slides under the ropes. That'll get a break for him. Overall, we've been in action 11 minutes and 31 seconds, including the rest periods. And Terry Taylor down with Sugar dropping a heavy knee right down across the chin. Count of 1, count of 2, and Taylor kicks out. You know, the instinct is so strong for wrestlers to kick out before that 3rd count. Many times in a Texas Tornado death match, you are better off taking the count, getting a 30-second rest, than you are trying to kick out and continue. That may have been the case with Taylor, but the instinct is ingrained too strong. Get out before that 3rd count, and that's what Taylor did. Now he's taking a continued punishment from Beautiful Bobby. Big elbow puts Taylor back down on the deck, and Steve over hollering, "Come on, Terry. Fight it up," he's saying. Get back. And Taylor does just that as he zings Bobby, but with not the most steam. That head hurt him a little more to the midsection. But Sugar comes through, stomps on him. We are in the 4th fall of action. Eaton and Sugar have been very dominant in this fall. And again, the falls are not what determine the winner. The punishment is what determines the winner. And I suspect that Eaton and Sugar might just like to continue this until they'd have Terry Taylor in such a state he could not answer the bell at the next fall. Sugar putting more punishment in. He didn't even try for the pin. You'll note that. I think Jimmy Hart hollered to Bobby, "Quit trying for an early pin on it. Let's get him beat." Sugar underneath, but Eaton comes in and double hands Taylor. Eaton had taken a tag from Sugar, so the entry is legal, but they did for a moment have a double team on him. Terry trying to crawl to the corner. Sugar and Eaton both go over. Sugar taking Kern back, and Eaton cuts Taylor off. Oh, and Terry just missed. He swung wildly at Sugar from behind. And they are now roughing Taylor up, and here comes Steve Kern. Boy, that Kern, when he loses his temper, he gets bad news. They're choking Taylor over the top rope while the referee was running Kern out of there. We're at the 15-minute mark. And we're in the 4th fall as Eaton and Sugar really pouring a heat on Terry Taylor. They're trying to end this at the end of this fall. They'd like Taylor not to be able to continue in that 5th fall. Well, maybe we're a little premature. They haven't even won the 4th fall yet. Shin locked again, and Sugar sits down on his spine and pulls up. Beautiful Bobby. Terry Taylor fired into the ropes. Oh, Taylor kicks it out. He's tagging, but in a neutral corner. He's shaken up, and now he sees Kern. He's heading for the corner. He makes the tag on Steve Kern. Wow, what an escape for Terry Taylor. He needed that as a fresh Steve Kern comes booming in, laying Sugar and Eaton low. Hart distracting Steve Kern. And this fourth fall is on and on and on. And Eaton now over with Steve, who is caught in the rope. And Eaton pulls the chair up, nails Kern right in the elbow. And referee Paul Morton didn't see Taylor take a pile driver. Bobby Eaton using that chair on that bandaged elbow of Steve Kern. Steve is caught in the top two ropes, and Eaton is about 6 times hit him right in the elbow. Terry Taylor laid out by a pile driver put on by Sweet Brown Sugar. I think most of you know that the disqualification rules are waived. The referee does not stop the bout on a disqualification. In a Texas Tornado death match, it goes until one wrestler cannot continue. Eaton just continues to lay on that chair on Steve Kern. Here comes Bill Dundee, and Billy throws a towel in. He comes in to get Eaton. So the bout is going to be stopped at 17 minutes and 21 seconds. Dundee threw the towel in. He's over trying to get Steve Kern loose. Now Sugar behind him nails Dundee with a chair. I think the victory is going to go to Sugar and Eaton, even though they use tactics certainly not in any kind of wrestling world. Brutal stuff with the chair. Dundee nailed right in the face with that chair by Bobby Eaton. Steve Kern is hurt, and I'm afraid hurt severely. Eaton just kept pounding on him on the elbow. Taylor knocked back out. We're going to have to wait and see the official verdict. This is terrible. Referee Paul Morton is not effective in trying to keep it down. The first family just simply letting all the stops out. Dundee came in, threw the towel in to stop Steve from taking any more punishment on the elbow. Billy, for his trouble, got his eye split open. Sugar and Eaton just continuing. They need some more help. Here comes promoter Eddie Marlin, referee Jerry Calhoun. They're in there going to try to help things out. But right now, there is no help, apparently, from Eaton and Sugar and Hart as they just continue to pile it in there. You can obviously hear the distraught fans hollering in my ear over the damage that's being done. This is the kind of thing that
it's probably a good thing I didn't go ahead and finish saying exactly what I thought about that particular situation right there. As it was very predictable, Steve did get his arm injured. We have a videotape with Steve we wanted you to hear as an aftermath of it. Okay, let's take a listen.
You know, when I first became a professional wrestler, I never imagined sitting in a bed with my arm bandaged up and having to ask somebody else to fight my battles for me. But after what happened to me at the hands of your two goons, Hart, and me undergoing surgery, I realized that I'm in no position to fight for myself. So I've come to a friend, and I've asked him as a friend. There's no money involved in this, Hart. Bill Dundee and I are close friends. We were champions together. We were tag team partners together, and he fights like I do, Hart. So I know the man is capable of injuring somebody. And I've asked him as a friend that any time that he gets the opportunity to injure one of y'all, to make sure he does it well enough that you're laying in a bed like I am. Now let me tell you this, Hart. I know that you've injured me to the point where I may never come back as a professional wrestler. As a matter of fact, when I left that hospital and I talked to that doctor after he operated on me, he never gave me a date when I'd start back. He never said, Steve, you'll be wrestling within 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. He just looked at me and said, I hope it mends well. Well, I got some hidden meaning from that doctor, and that hidden meaning was I may never come back as a professional wrestler. But you remember this, Hart, that when one of your men's laying in that bed bandaged up like I am, or when you're laying in that bed bandaged up like I am, it's going to be done by the hands of Bill Dundee, but Steve Kern is going to be behind it, brother.
A match to the expiration of time. Introducing, at a total of 448 pounds, from Huntsville, Alabama, Bobby Eaton. And from Union City, Tennessee, Sweet Brown Sugar going against him. Total weight 450 pounds. From Montreal, Canada, the Mid-America champion, Jacques Rougeau. And from Vero Beach, Florida, the Southern champion, Terry Taylor. This match, to the expiration of time, Paul Morton, the referee.
All righty, looking forward to this one. You betcha it's going to be a doggone good one. Expiration of time match with Rougeau and Taylor going against Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby Eaton. Eaton and Sugar, of course, held the Southern tag titles for a long time and are still highly regarded as a tag team. And the young fellas across the way, Taylor and Rougeau, did pretty well for themselves after they split up. They had just started as a tag team, Dave. You remember him. Terry had that big win for the Southern title, and it was not long after that that Rougeau won the Mid-America title.
That's right. And they still hold them.
Beautiful Bobby and Terry Taylor starting out in the first moment of this expiration of time match. And you can tell by the immediate meeting in the ring there that Terry Taylor is really wrestling with a lot of confidence now. Eaton puts him down. Big shoulder. Taylor over the top and a hip toss. Beauty. Look at Eaton, though, right back at him. Scoops him up. Body slam. Kicked out by Taylor. Goodness gracious, that action is fast and furious.
These are a couple of guys that really battle each other when they face each other in the ring. They have on several occasions. Bobby Eaton and Terry Taylor. Taylor, in the past, has usually ended up getting the best of Bobby Eaton. Let's see how it goes in this particular instance.
Terry taking a quick glance over his shoulder to look at Sugar. He saw Sugar move down the rope. Sugar now tags in, and he'll get a little closer look at him as Taylor immediately went to that side headlock. Beauty. Sugar hits the deck. And Jacques Rougeau gets the tag from Terry Taylor. That's what you call between a rock and a hard place.
That's right. Little misdirection there by Terry as he nailed Brown Sugar. And seated very quietly right there in the lower left part of the screen, Eaton and Sugar's manager, Jimmy Hart.
I had some of the fans say he never looked better, Jimmy Hart. That's not nice.
No. But it is nice to have the quiet over here.
Yes. Big Jacques Rougeau, the Mid-America heavyweight champion, in against the fire plug Sweet Brown Sugar. Rougeau's got about, what, a 15-pound weight advantage, something like that, Dave, over Sugar.
Considerable, and quite
about a foot in height.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Large height advantage on him.
But this Sugar is some kind of athlete. We're in the first ball of what will be an expiration of time match. And the way they're going at it now, it may be the only ball that we have.
These two guys in there right now, Sweet Brown Sugar, Jacques Rougeau, have two of the best drop kicks you'll see in professional wrestling.
Good observation, and there's a monkey flip. When this Rougeau puts you in the air, brother, I'll tell you, you are way up there. There's that drop kick from Jacques. And there's a little interference from beautiful Bobby.
Rougeau and Taylor with a little conference as Sugar was making the tag on Bobby Eaton.
Taylor giving a little encouragement to Jacques to put some heat on that side headlock. Good night, he held on to that. Snap beautiful Bobby over as Eaton was trying to shake him. Ooh. Boy, I'll tell you, this bout has been everything we thought it was going to be prior to championship wrestling today, Dave.
A couple of evenly matched teams, two individual champions, and the Southern champion Taylor, the Mid-America champion Rougeau, against some guys who have also held their share of belts, and Eaton and Brown Sugar.
Eaton and Sugar as a team probably have the advantage in terms of the workings of a tag team because they have worked together so much longer. But you know, when you take a couple of pure athletes like Rougeau and Taylor, you can do miracles with it. Uh-oh, Bobby dumped hard as Jacques treating him rough.
Yeah, that's a good point. Guys like Rougeau and Taylor, they can work as singles or as a tag team. It's that athletic ability that carries them through.
Eaton gets Jacques off of there while Brown Sugar is over in the corner distracting the referee. Taylor saying, come on, Jacques, come on, get him up. Big tag on Brown Sugar. And elbow. Off the knee of beautiful Bobby. Eaton in the ring once again after the tag.
We're about 5.5 minutes into this first fall.
Referee breaks it up on the ropes over there as beautiful Bobby now with the referee gone with Brown Sugar digs into the face of Rougeau. Look at Jacques battling back. Taylor was waiting on it, and boy, he wasn't waiting on that. So look at Eaton and Sugar double team Taylor. Backbreaker and a tag from Sugar to Eaton. Fast and furious action in our main event expiration of time match on Championship Wrestling. Lance Russell and Dave Brown bringing you the commentary on this one. Into Sugar's arms. Big slamming. Oh, what a body slam. Sugar put him down hard. Sugar pulls the arm up into a hammer. I thought he was going to go for a pin. Taylor trying to battle his way up. He's on his knees. Eaton takes the tag. Foot to the midsection. Terry doubled over as Eaton catches him when he's straightened up with a right hand.
And a choke.
Beautiful Bobby takes a right hand from Taylor. And the Southern champ battling his way back, but he's stopped short by an Eaton hand. Bobby, body slam. To the rope. Drops with that knee down on Terry Taylor. This is an expiration of time match. First fall of that match.
8 minutes into it.
We're 8 minutes into the action as Dave has
informed us, and Brown Sugar goes with an arm bar on Terry Taylor. And Sugar held on, took Taylor right on over with him. Taylor trying to reach Rougeau in the corner, having no success at the moment. Still too far away, and Sugar drags him across the ring. Tag, beautiful Bobby. Crowd really getting into it. Gets away and tags Jacques Rougeau. Woo! And there goes Eaton flying off the ring. They've got Sugar in there as Rougeau really going after him. Jacques saying, get up, get up. And he did, and he got him with that great drop kick. First dynamite fall goes to the team of Rougeau and Taylor.
9 minutes, 10 seconds the time.
9:10 the time. And be back after checking our time. And a very active week of championship wrestling that has taken place around the United States and the world. One of the developments, Jimmy Hart and the First Family now are possessors of the Mid-America Heavyweight title. And here they come without all of the bandages and everything. Jimmy, this has got to be another one of those great days in the life of Jimmy Hart.
Well, you know what? That shows exactly how stupid and how you stand out here week after week making a fool out of yourself. It ain't a great day for me, baby. It's a great week for Jimmy Hart. It's probably been the greatest week of my life, man. Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Come here, get a shot of this, baby. Bobby Eaton won me that big Mid-America title here. Sabu won his match. Now, Sugar did mess up just a little bit, baby. We won a little rain cloud, baby. That was all. But the family's coming back stronger, baby. And I can't wait, Bobby. I love you.
Love you, yeah.
Love you, baby. Man, look, don't even worry me. Don't bother me out here with things like that. Don't be stupid out here, baby.
Jimmy's
Like I said
bubbling.
before, this is going to be the greatest week of the First Family's life. I've got it all back. When you've been down as low as Jimmy Hart's been with a broken hand, a burnt face, they're calling it the greatest comeback in the history of professional wrestling today. The greatest comeback in the history of professional wrestling today. And Bobby, I love you, baby. I love you for it. I love
Bobby
you for it.
Eaton, of course, defeated Jacques Rougeau for the Mid-America
No sweat at all.
Heavyweight
No
belt.
sweat at all, baby.
Jimmy, I didn't lose
No
the match.
sweat at all.
I didn't lose the match.
Man, Tony,
Well, of the
Tony,
match
I don't wanna hear
that
the
Sweet Brown
out
Sugar
here,
is
man.
talking about was a
Yeah,
Southern
come on, baby.
heavyweight title match that he had with Terry Taylor, and he was not able to defeat Taylor for the title. Taylor was able to keep his title,
man,
but
listen, that's
I
the
guess
future.
1 out of 2 ain't
The
bad.
future, baby, is what's happening. The future is what's happening. And Jimmy Hart and the family, we've just begun, baby. We've just begun.
Wait. Before you get into foreseeing the future for the First Family and all of that, let's talk about what did happen, because I happen to be right at ringside for the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Bobby the one caused me to lose it, man.
Oh, Jesus
Man,
Christ.
Wait, hey, come on, you guys. Will you guys set... Hey, come on, Hart. Get these guys stopped. Now, get out here. Listen, you take it on your...
Hold it.
Do it on your own time, you guys.
All week about that match.
Jimmy, you the one told Bobby to come down there.
All week, give me in the car about that match.
I didn't lose the match.
You lost the match.
Listen, if you guys want to argue about it, go somewhere else.
Shut up.
I want to talk to Jimmy Hart about what happened at the World Heavyweight Championship match. Come on, Hart. Quit that stuff.
And embarrass me
If
in
you're
front
going
of all
to do
these
that,
people.
you guys, come on.
Gee,
Settle it
he's
down,
been whining like
Bobby.
a woman all week, man.
No excuse,
Been
man.
whining like a woman.
Come on, Jimmy. Now, just settle down.
Oh, you shut up. I'll run the family. I'm in charge of the
Okay,
family. I've got
fine.
everything
Do it
under
somewhere
control.
else. You don't have to
Don't
do
even
it out
interrupt me.
here.
Hey, you just go on back. Just go on back to the back. I don't want excuses. I want results.
If you guys are going to stand out here and argue, all of you just go to the back. Bobby Eaton. Dundee hollering with the referee saying, I tagged him, but the ref didn't see it. Hard place for the referee, but oh, look at here! Off the rope! Brown Sugar drop kicks, beautiful Bobby Eaton. 2-3, it is over!
A mistake by the family, and Taylor and Dundee wasted no time in capitalizing on it. 5 minutes, 53 seconds the time. 5:53.
They had it all set up. Eaton was holding, and Sugar was pitching. And now Brown Sugar and beautiful Bobby. Little riff in the family. Eaton and Sugar having a little problem, and Hart trying to be the peacemaker in there. Gets Bobby Eaton back away. Eaton was pinned after the Sugar drop kick, and now Hart starts some more of that stuff. Sugar grabs a hold of Hart. And the crowd saying, go right ahead. Bust him. Beautiful Bobby and Brown Sugar had a little riff, in case you just joined us, about a week or 10 days ago. And now Hart is reading the riot act of Brown Sugar. And Hart is sending Sugar back to the dressing room. And the win is going to Taylor and Dundee as Brown Sugar leaves a rather dejected young man, and Jimmy Hart has sent him back to the dressing room after a defeat at the hands of Taylor and Dundee. Jimmy, a little problem in the family, I detect.
I've got everything under control. Let me tell you something. Nobody tries to embarrass me, Bobby. Go back in the back and get my shoes, and you get me a cloth. Sweet Brown Sugar, let me tell you something, baby. You better get yourself, you've got 1 minute to get out here and apologize to me. You're going to polish my boots on TV, Jimmy, or you're out of the family. You
Jimmy,
understand that? Get my boots.
We don't have to
get
listen
my boots,
to it.
baby.
Let's take a break.
Nobody humiliates
Jimmy,
me, man.
We don't
Nobody.
want that stuff.
Oh, shut up.
He wants you, so you get out of here.
I'm telling you.
He wants you. What Jimmy Hart wants about it, he's going to get him out here.
That's
Get out
right.
here.
Get out here.
Listen, we're not going to put up with this kind of stuff in here, Jimmy. We've got a match coming up with the King, and I don't want to have any of this stuff going on out here.
Sugar, do you hear me in the back? Evidently, you must be deaf. Evidently, you don't realize that your future is on the line right now, baby. I know how to handle this kind. I know how to do it. Now, Sugar, here are my boots. Here is the towel. Now, come on out here. I'm dropping them on the floor, and you've got 45 seconds. 45 seconds to get out here.
Can you imagine? All the
we're
money
not going to stand
all the
around
money
and
we've
listen
made
to
him.
Look at this. Look at the man's mouth
All
up
the
here.
money that Jimmy Hart has made us.
You've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yeah, all the money and all you talk about is...
Your future is on the line, baby. Your future, man. I've done it all for you. If you better get out here, you're going to go back to riding horses where I found you. I've done everything for him. I'm the one who put him in the outfits he's in and gave him that charisma, man. You were nothing before the family. Now get out here. You've got 10 seconds.
Okay, fine.
5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, baby, you're out of the family. You are out of the family. Like I said, I know how to handle his kind. You are out of the family. You're from now on, you're a Coco Ware, right, Bobby? You're a Coco Ware.
That's the first favor that I've seen you do anybody in a long, long time.
All the money he has made us, and he wants to act like that.
Big elbow that puts Sweet Brown Sugar down to the canvas. Sugar's taking some punishment by Eaton. Goodness gracious. Oh, big right hand that puts Sweet Brown Sugar down to the canvas. Chip. Out of the ring goes Sugar. Oh, my goodness. And look out as Sugar put right into it. We've seen brawls, and watch out. Hart just taunted him, and Sugar now rode back in the ring by Bobby Eaton. Put him in quickly, the winner, as we are not even 3 minutes into this Mid-America title. Eaton throwing everything he had to Sugar, but this tough Sugar, we said it many times, a package of dynamite, and he just fired off, and an explosion on beautiful Bobby Eaton and a drop kick. Oh my goodness, Sugar, a master of it. He does it again. Super drop kick on top, 1, 2, almost had him, and had the Mid-America heavyweight title. Body slam, and up on the second rope again, and Sugar set, and the big
drop kick. The drop kick off the second rope, and Jimmy Hart, Sweet Brown Sugar going after Hart. Sugar beating on Hart, and Eaton with that cane of Hart catches Sugar. Sugar down, and Bobby Eaton on top of him. 1, 2, and 3. He gets him.
As Hart jumps up and goes around by Sugar, Eaton grabs a chair, and he throttles Brown Sugar as he comes through the ropes and under the ring. And Hart again, 1, 2, and that's all he got. Beautiful Bobby snapping off a big right hand on Sweet Brown Sugar. Count of 1, count of 2. Boy, I thought that was it. And look at Eaton. He is hollering at the referee. Hart's hollering at the referee. And Eaton dumping Sugar down. Boy, he has been dominant in the last 4 minutes. Oh, a flying knee. Well, Bobby has done everything he could, within and without of the rules, to finish Sugar, but he hadn't been able to do it yet. Beautiful Bobby pounding away on a guy that won't be beat. Sugar, 2 of them. Now, Sugar going after Eaton. Sweet Brown Sugar just will not be defeated. Sugar fires him over the rope. Looking, oh yeah, I can see it now. Eaton's face covered with blood where Sugar slammed him into that ring post. His nose is bleeding. His right eye looks badly lacerated. And Sugar just really winding up on him. 2, but the foot is on the rope with the aid of Jimmy Hart. And right now, Brown Sugar, who just wouldn't be pinned by beautiful Bobby, follows through with a great suplex. Eaton stretched out. Count of 2, and the referee jumps up to get Hart back down. Eaton staggers into the corner. Hart with that cane, Sugar trying to pull it away. Bobby pulled a chain out of his boot. I could see it, but the referee finally got a hold of Hart's cane. He missed Eaton slashing him with that chain. He covers 1, 2, 3, and that's it. A new Mid-America champion, Sweet Brown Sugar, will be leaving after a 15-minute and 7-second loss to beautiful Bobby Eaton.